All right. Crying out loud. Finally.
It's on?
We're on. Here we go. All right. Welcome, everybody, to this month's episode of the Mobile Bay Area Fightcast. MFC Stuckey.
Ace Combat.
All right. Jeez. So, 4 hours before I start, I figured this would be the most organized Fightcast we'd ever do. I'd have everything ready.
Yeah, it's the first time I came early, too.
And then he comes early, so everything's going to be great. And then we started playing Samurai Showdown 6. And
Yeah.
and then we looked over, it's like, it's 6 o'clock. Okay.
We're right on schedule.
So, yeah, we're right on time. Oh, Lord. How's it been going?
Doing all right.
It feels like it's been a while since the last time I've laid eyes on you, so.
Yeah, because most of the time I've been on the phone.
Yeah. So school started back, so you're back in the city and everything, right? So
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Depends. It depends always on if I do go on class that day. Then
Okay.
yes.
All right. How is school going?
All right.
Doing good?
The usual.
The usual. All right. So, yeah, as for me, I've just been, still doing my business stuff here, but otherwise actually enjoying being able to wake up in the morning and play video games and finish them. And it's nice. I've cut a nice little swath in my backlog of games. Let's see. I finally actually finished Symphony of the Night for the first time ever. That wasn't the worst ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I play Flashback. I'm working on Assassin's Creed Unity right now, which I'll tell you what, it's good in parts. I'll just put it that way. Let's see what it says. I finished Far Cry 3 again on the way to playing Far Cry 4, and that's another story. Let's see what else. Finished Shenmue 1 and 2. Got all the achievements. So happy I bought that game. I love those games. And now Shenmue 3 has a release date of next August. Yes. Let's see what else.
I have yet to play that, and I want to do it so bad. So how were they? Like what?
The original Shenmue games?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I'll tell you what.
I played one on the emulation a bit, but
okay. If you get these new ones, the ones that just came out on PS4 and Xbox and Steam and everything, they're remastered. Well, not remastered.
Are they based on like the Xbox version or something like that?
Okay, so the first Shenmue was based on the Dreamcast game,
right?
But they made it widescreen and they up-res all the textures and stuff like that. But it's still, it's still basically the Dreamcast game. They updated the controls a little bit as well. Shenmue 2 is based on the Xbox version of Shenmue 2. So everything that the Xbox version improved on kind of takes effect there and improved on again as far as the way they up-res it and everything. But don't expect, when you hear that they've updated the controls, don't expect it to play like a modern game because it's still very much
it's how it
very much a 2000, 2001 type of, like, why won't he go where I want him to? It's like, that's just how 3D games played back then. So I do want everybody to be aware of that.
Camera angles, too, maybe sometimes.
You have pretty good. Well, that's the other thing. There's a second analog stick that always controls the camera, so that's good. That's one thing that the original games didn't have, so that's really helpful. And the thing I love about those games, anybody who played those games back in the day when it came out on Dreamcast and even the Xbox, is that how those were really the games that kind of set how a lot of 3D games are made now. It was the first game with the button prompts in.
Oh yeah, but there's a word for that.
It's
not bullet time.
You
That's Max Payne.
Yeah, it's Max Payne, exactly. Yu Suzuki came up with it. Oh my God. How could I just forget? I just played 2 games full of them.
Button command, button time.
Action
time. Something time.
Something time. Yeah. Crap. I completely forgot what they're called.
Quick time?
Quick time. That's it. Quick time events. Which, at the time it was pretty cool because it was like, so you watch a fight scene or a cut scene and you feel like you're in the middle of the cut scene and everything. But, now that I'm older and don't really care about that anymore, it would suck because I would completely forget about them. So I'm sitting back, just sitting back with the controller in my hand, watching a cool cutscene, and then all of a sudden, bing, ding, oh crap! Because sometimes you're watching longer cutscenes, you'll put the controller down, just sit back and enjoy this, and then
Did you get the part with the soccer ball or something like that hit Sinmu early? Like it was like one of the first QTs in the first Sinmu. Where it's like a kid hit something.
Oh yeah. I think I missed it.
I don't know if it was a soccer ball or not.
But I think it was
a ball.
Yeah, and I think I missed it. And I just kept going because I really wanted to get through them as fast as I could. But then I'd end up, going and doing all. Although I did beat them both relatively quickly. I beat the first Shenmue in like 2 days faster than the fastest time you could possibly beat it. And I was just playing around, and I was surprised how much of it I remember. And I was surprised how much of it I had no recollection of at all, too.
Well, isn't 100% not possible?
It's really not possible to do it in one playthrough.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is, but you have to waste a lot of time. That was the one thing I wish they would have put in the game. I wish they would have put some kind of some kind of mechanic in it where you could speed up time. They added the wait thing in Shenmue 2, which was helpful when you got somewhere that was like a certain story element, but it had to happen at a certain time, it would give you the option to wait. I think they added that in Shenmue 1 too, but sometimes it's like meet me at the arcade at noon, and it's like tomorrow at noon or something. It's like, well, it's 10 a.m. the day before. The heck am I going to do now? So you walk around, you go to the arcade and play Space Harrier 2 or something like that. I don't know. But, there was still some things. I wish there was more fast travel. It was cool that you could fast travel from your house in Shenmue 1 to each of the different spots. Mm-hmm. That was helpful. But, would have been cool if they put the option in there to actual fast travel. Although I understand why, because a lot of the side stuff happens on your way from here to here. At this particular time on this particular day. That's the other thing too. It was so great. Like you can miss so much stuff in that game, or find so much stuff in that game just from programming it. I mean, the work they put into that game back then. So much crap could happen because it goes from December, I think, to June 31st is the last day. Mm-hmm. In Shenmue 1. So every day something specific might happen, so you might miss a lot if you beat it fast like I did, or you might just miss a whole swath of it because you weren't at a specific place at a specific time when something took you along a path or something like that. So, yeah, those games were really good. But, yeah, I knew I really liked them, but when I played them again, I was like, man, I really like these games. But, again, I do want to warn folks who may not have ever played the Shenmues and heard other folks talk about it and go back to play it now. Keep in mind, even though it was updated, it still doesn't play as a modern day 3D type game. Right. So, but it is a classic though. Yeah. It is a classic.
I wonder how new people were going to be treating the whole voices, because I feel like the voices is a classic.
Well, that's the best part about it.
I like how it sounds, because that's reminds me of how bad those kind of dubbed voices would be from old movies.
Yeah,
stuff.
Well, that's the best part about it is that this is the first time in America that you could play it in Japanese.
Wait, I forgot how it worked. I think Xbox version, you couldn't do it at all or something like that?
No, the Xbox version only had the English. Now, I played Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. The American version got canceled 2 weeks before it came out. I was furious, but back in our more pirating days, we knew how to play it if we can get our hands on it. So I was looking around to see if somebody might have actually had a dubbed, a subtitle version of it or something like that. A guy I used to know worked up at GameStop. I just happened to walk in the GameStop one day, and he was like, "Hey, you have a Dreamcast, right?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, somebody tried to trade this game in earlier, but it's the European version of Shenmue 2, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, wow. "Yeah, it's the European version, but he couldn't play it on his Dreamcast, so I couldn't really take it. You want it?" I was like,
"Oh,
yes." I went home that day and played it.
There's going to be ways to play it, that's for sure.
Yeah, so the game was released in Europe.
Yeah.
It was the Japanese dialogue with English subs.
And that's gonna be weird too, because now you got to deal with the 50 frames. What was it? 50 frames per second for PAL base, like
something like
games?
that. Yeah. But I had boot discs and all that kind of stuff.
I'm
so
sure there's a way you can rearrange it too to make it work for a Japanese.
yeah, I think
style, too.
if I'm not mistaken, there was an option at the start.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that'd
know
be
a lot of
cool.
the PAL games had that. Where it's like, is this an NTSC TV is playing on? Why, yes, it is. Okay, and then it would change whatever it needed to change. But yeah, so that's the original way I played Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast and with the Japanese voices. But then when it came out on Xbox, it was only the dub. But this release has both the Japanese and English dub for both games. But of course, I played it in the English dub because that's the only way you can play it. And you have to hear some of the worst voice acting. You have to hear some of the voice acting.
It's so bad it's good that it's
Yeah.
really good experience.
And I'll tell you, when by the time I finally I never finished Shenmue 2 either, so I was happy to finally finish Shenmue 2. By the time that game ended, I remember thinking to myself, God, I just hope the voice acting is actually this bad in 3. I
hope so too.
I actually do hope it's kind of this bad in 3.
Yeah, I was worried. I was a little worried that they may do that too. So we gotta see how they're gonna handle that. But
yeah.
I feel like that's kind of iconic just to have that. So
yeah. So anyway, getting off of the Shenmue talk, let's go over events real quick. And the mouse is there. It is. All right. So I got these things all kind of out of order. Let's see. Tomorrow, it's Dixie Dust over in Troy. I think we talked about that last month, didn't we? So they're playing Blaze Blue and Dragon Ball and Exert and Street Fighter V. That's over in Troy, Alabama at Fanatics. I believe that's a comic book store over there. 1122 South Brundage Street. I hope I spelled that right. Over in Troy, Alabama. Also Saturday, tomorrow, it's over in it's over here, Fort Walton. Wild Willie's FGC Day, hosted by local FGC. What are they playing? They're playing EX Layer, Blaze Blue, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball. That's going on tomorrow from probably 3 to 9. Going back over here, we got Hidden Power, of course, over at Gamers and Geeks. That's next Saturday on the 22nd. For all your Smash stuff right there. Then, of course, September 29th, Red September up in Hattiesburg, which will be live streamed right here on this channel. That is at the Doubletree Hilton. Now, anybody who went to Red September last year, that is the same hotel. They changed the name. It is no longer the Holiday Inn. It is the Doubletree Hilton now. So just want to put that out there for anybody who will hopefully watch before.
Yeah, because some people had GPS problems when getting there.
Well, yeah. If you type in Holiday Inn, it may not show up. So just type in the address. The same address, like I say, same hotel. Anybody who's been there before, it's in the conference center behind the hotel anyway. So, but I'm worried that folks are going to drive up expecting to see a Holiday Inn, and they'll see that, and it's like, wait, this isn't the right place. But it's the same address. 10 Gateway Drive in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. But yeah, we'll be live streaming that here, and that's pretty much the biggest Mississippi tournament now. Last year was absolutely huge, so much fun.
Usually it's like Red September, and well, it's like a weird history because like it used to be like mainly in like the Jackson area, but I think now it's like. This isn't
now was Red September. Red September was the one that used to be in Jackson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both like Red September and Cinder Slam.
Cinder Slam. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Both of them used to always be in Jackson. I believe.
See, I thought Cinder Slam.
It's things like Union Strike and like
Union Strike. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Union Strike and Hattie's Brawl used to be in Hattiesburg.
Yeah, there were the Hasburg tournaments. These two were like the OG tournaments in Mississippi that's big because it was like in the middle.
That's right.
Of Mississippi.
Yeah.
In Jackson.
And then Jackson has Cinder Slam and Red September. That's right. Yeah.
But now it's like changed, so it's like
it's pretty much all in Red September now, right? Because they hadn't done a Hattie's Brawl in forever.
No.
I can't remember the last Cinder Slam either. I think we streamed the last Union Strike.
Yeah.
So yeah. But all the best players in Mississippi are going to be there. Speaking of which, are you going?
Likely.
Likely. Oh, Lord.
I think I will go.
Which means that he's not going to talk to anybody, even though everybody's going to message him and call him about it. And then he'll call 5 minutes before Street Fighter starts to say that he just hit the road and he'll be there in an hour. So that's probably exactly.
Thank you for translating my calls.
That's what Ace Combat means when he says that. Just when you don't think he's coming, he'll call me or somebody else and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm on the way. I'll be there in an hour." It's like Street Fighter starts in 5 minutes. Okay, cool. We'll wait. Because that's what happened like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember everybody kept asking me. I showed up and everybody kept asking me if you were coming. I was like, I don't know. I hadn't talked to him. And then I was talking to Kenny, and right then my phone rang, and I was like, "Speak of the devil." And sure enough, everybody actually was just celebrating because they heard you weren't coming. Because there was a bunch of Louisiana guys there, and everybody's like, "Hey, Ace,
oh yeah, of course.
Hey, Ace ain't coming, man. It's wide open." And we all started laughing, and then you called me, and I looked up at Sean and Kenny, and it was like, "Yeah, Ace coming." That was Ace coming on the phone. He's coming. Like right as I hung up the phone, did you ride up there with Chris
John?
Lee that year?
I don't think I ride with Chris Lee in a long while.
So he showed up, I think, right after I hung up from you then, and I remember him first thing he told me was that you were coming. I was like, "Yeah, I just got off the phone with him." But as word spread, everybody was like, "Oh." It was like all of a sudden everybody who thought they might have had a chance to go to win, was like, "Well, I guess I'm aiming at third now." Or second or third or something like that. So, but I'm going, and I beat you at Solstice Showdown. So.
Oh yeah, it's pretty convincingly.
So
and who else?
We'll see.
Sam took me down. So
what
I'm weird was like, wait, Louisiana said this too? They were upset. That's what I want to know, because like of all the areas, I think Louisiana would be okay. It's like whatever. If I come in, it's comp, but it's like they can pull through. Yeah, they're strong.
Oh no,
they always play every week.
Yeah, I know.
Most of the time.
But that was the year it was you and Wootstick.
Oh yeah,
in the finals. Yeah,
Wootstick's probably like in the same situation. It's hard to get probably like actual local stuff, but it's like
that's who I lost to in both winners final and grand final at Southern Discomfort.
Yeah,
but I got second place, and
he's good.
I was he's really good. I was proud of myself though. I was like, all right, cool, second place. Beat the crap out of Rod a few times too. That was hilarious. Anyway,
I should analyze more of that match, because I was kind of curious about like what went wrong, because it's like I feel like you had chances to get through. It's like you were doing well.
Oh, against Wootstick?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do bad against Urian. Although I know better now, and I look back at it a couple of times. It's like, yeah, I have bad habits and stuff, and Sam would be able to tell you every last one of them, I'm sure. And it's old dog type of deal. It's like I know what I'm doing.
It used to be like Tro's being the issue, but I think over time y'all picked up on it.
Oh yeah, well that's a weakness we both have, and again, going from our very first Street Fighter tournaments where we all agreed we basically wouldn't throw. Started off as just tick throws, but after a while we just turned into a culture where all of the folks who used to play each other back then, we all just didn't throw. So it was just the way it was, and so yeah, it took a long time, and I still find myself not throwing enough now. And sometimes I'll be playing, and I'll actually consciously start throwing more, and start mixing that stuff up. But again, I have no illusions that I'm going to be a great Street Fighter player, especially at my ripe old age now. So now I just play for fun, and if I come in top 3, cool.
Playing for fun is the secret of being good.
It kind of is. It kind of is, because when I stopped trying to be serious with Street Fighter V is when I started getting better at it.
Yeah, because you're actually having interest in playing and not having it as a job or something.
Yeah, and I've got enough jobs, or I had enough jobs at the time, so I just wanted to do something fun. So yeah, cool. So you might be coming to Red September. There's actually
Sam saying Greg may go too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure enough. Ooh, that'd be.
I haven't seen from him in a long time, other than his streams.
Yeah, I see his streams every now and then. Yeah.
Is he still is he a Birdie user or?
He's Birdie, he's Dawson, and I think Mika.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's me being Ken, I guess I'm likely gonna see Birdie. But I don't know. He's probably gonna listen to this and like, oh, let me do a toss up here and go for Mika.
Oh yeah. Well.
But
yeah, that'd be interesting if he shows up. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to see that. I hope I don't play him.
yeah, Birdie's normals are a problem.
Yeah. Plus, he's just really good.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
Greg has like tons of pass experience. He's really
Yeah.
a solid player.
Yeah. So cool. And I know there's actually a few players from down here in Mobile. The last couple of
Blanca.
Who Greg plays Blanca? I've never seen him play Blanca before.
Wow.
The past couple of
Kevin was saying he plays Blanca now. Have you ever talked to him lately?
I hadn't talked to him in a while now.
He told me he was playing Blanca. Kevin.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, why aren't you playing like Zeku? I think
Yeah,
he'd be more fitting.
I would assume that's who he want to play, but he's not really a whole lot like Not
yeah, he's not
exactly
like a guy. Kind of like how Ryu in this game's not like Ryu to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryu is like a completely wasted character slot in this game.
It's like his jury. I remember when I saw jury, I remember thinking to myself, he's probably not gonna. Because he's played jury too.
Yeah.
And it's like he's probably not gonna like this jury, and I presume he doesn't.
It seems like this way for like a lot of characters. I think it's like any character from the past that you like and that came in this game, they're probably not gonna like it.
Yeah.
In most cases.
In most cases, probably so. I know Sagat players are probably.
Sagat's like in a weird situation.
I don't think he's bad personally.
He's not bad. He just probably doesn't do good against like very offensive momentum-based characters, which some top tiers are like that, but not all. So maybe Sagat can do it okay against Akuma. Maybe okay with Cammy because her approach requires like the perception of knowing how to control her air and ground game.
Mm-hmm.
But he can kind of handle that just fine. It's problems is like characters like Ibuki and like anyone who can get up front. I would say like certain V trigger based activities. Like I mean the one that came in my mind a lot was like I was thinking it was the Colleen matchup. Even though Colleen's not like really like top at all. She's like just underneath the top probably like near high tier maybe.
Yeah.
But like V trigger 2 like Colleen's like a problem because if you have like if you have to deal with any of her zoning potential, like any of Sagat's zoning, it's like, see, her V trigger 2 is like the answer for that. So you can one button get you to projectiles and have momentum ready.
Yeah.
So you can be plus on block, which is not kind of a situation Sagat wants to be in. It never was like that, even in the older games, like even like for 4, for example. It's just the problem was if you were close now, you had to worry about DPF at DC, but DPs aren't really too big of a threat now as they were before.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're kind of dealing with someone like who's slow, who has a 4-frame normals mainly, and you can't really DP. Like, well, you could EXCP, but most people have an EXCP already in most cases, or an EX. So, but generally speaking, like Sagat does fine against like a decent bit of cast. It's just those people who are really momentum based. Like they're up in your face. They're the ones that are gonna be causing problems with Sagat.
Mm-hmm. I think some folks just wanted him to be the press 3 buttons and win character that he kind of was. Before.
Like CVS 2 Sagat. Bring me back those days.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody wanted, and when he wasn't that, everybody got upset. So that's what I feel like anyway. I said it, but what were we even talking about? We were talking about Red September. Somehow we got all the way to. So God, it's going to be one of those nights, I think. Ongoing weeklies real quick. Nerdery League and Alchemy Tavern downtown Mobile. O'Reilly's Downtown Throwdown. O'Reilly's Irish Pub in Pensacola. And Wayward Weeklies. Are those still going on? Do you know?
I don't know. 100%.
Over in Biloxi. No. You live over there, man. You're supposed to take care of everything in the West. Anyway, Let's just assume that's still going
had
on.
personal problems to deal with.
Of course. Okay, so those are Mondays. Let's see. Tuesdays we got Nightmare and Mobile bi-weekly, which I believe theirs was this week. So the next one will be a week from this Tuesday. That's why they play Smash up at Robbie, where we also do our monthly meetups the first Friday of every month. Had a great time this last one. Let's see, I got schooled in Blaze Blue Cross tag and actually won. The guy that came in, I think he came in third at Sosa Showdown. In Blaze Blue Cross tag. Oh, no, wait. I think he came in third in Dragon Ball. Young guy. Either way, he taught me a lot, actually, when me and him played for the last hour straight, I think. But we played a bunch of stuff. We played, Fexol, played Little Street Fighter 5, a lot of Tekken 7.
You talking about the Pika guy? Or
No.
Pika Socks? Or
No.
the other guy?
The other guy. Dark hair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah. So me and him, he took me through some Blaze Blue. And that was pretty good. So now I'm like all the way into that game now. That game's so much fun. But we actually had about 4 or 5 new guys last time too. So that was cool. And like I said, from doing those, a bunch of those guys are talking about going up to Red September 2 for Blaze Blue and probably Dragon Ball for all the anime stuff. We get a lot of anime guys show up. It's cool. So that's our thing that we do there. That's 3821 Airport Boulevard here in Mobile. We do ours, like I said, the first Friday of every month. The Nightmare Mobile bi-weekly is every next Tuesday. Like I said, I think theirs was this past Tuesday, so their next one would be a week from this coming Tuesday. And they play Smash 4 up there. And then, let's see, Thursdays, Secret Power up at Gamers and Geeks. From the same folks that do the Hidden Powers. That's at Gamers and Geeks, 4805 Moffett Road. Okay. Got all that. So some games got updated recently.
A lot of games.
Yeah. EX Fighting Layer, or Fighting EX Layer. Should have been Fighting Layer EX, so you can be flexing on them, but either way. Yeah. Pullum and Volcano came out. Now, this was an update. I think we talked about it last time that it was going to happen, and I completely forgot about it. Yeah. The only reason I knew is because I was sitting right there, and the PlayStation was on, and I noticed it said something updated in the corner. And I'm like, updated? What? Fighting Layer EX updated? What kind of update was this? I went into it, and I was like, oh, I completely forgot. So, so that was pretty cool. You know what I like about it? The backgrounds, the new backgrounds in it, the boat,
yeah,
and then the one with the snake in it.
I haven't got to see them yet,
or something like that.
But how are they?
They're pretty cool. But what's cool about them is that every round you play at a different part of the stage.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I played with Pullum for a while. She's pretty much Pullum. What you'd expect. I did not play with Volcano because I never liked him anyway. to be honest, I did watch some other folks play with him though, and he actually looks pretty freaking good.
Yeah, he's like I guess it's like imagining a DJ projectile, but it's like instead of being like something that's like a sonic boom, but it's like a very slow attack range sonic boom, but it's just there for like suppressor.
Yeah.
So you do like a knockdown, then use that charge, like this weird like fireball that's slow, but it's just there to be really plus on knockdowns and stuff. Sometimes you can use it in strings too. Mm-hmm. You can probably invincible your way out of it with a DP or super. But the really crazy things is like if you could do things like a knockdown, you could probably parry cancel. I don't know if he still has a parry cancel from EX2 or not. You carry cancel, you do the fireball, and then you can do the teleport dash, and you can do make it cross up or not. That was the things he used to do back then. But wait, there's like these weird like tech wake ups, right? So they might have kind of nerfed that, but I think the idea of having Oki on the way down, that's still there. You can still do like a hard charge fireball and then dash, and regardless, you're gonna have Oki. So that was like one of his special things, and he has a Rekka series as well.
Yeah.
So and like a really good like high attack. He can do like a attack and then jump hop cancel to like a special command, like a KOF like sword hop kick. But it's only super cancelable. You can't do you can't really combo out of it outside of that. But anyways,
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know if it's like that for this game, but it was like that back then.
Some of that I saw, like I said, I've watched a few streams that were playing them, and some of it's kind of like that, yeah. But yeah, it's cool. It's a free update too, so 2 free characters, can't really complain about that. Just kind of waiting on them to announce when
Terry Bogard.
When Terry's coming and when Area, yeah, everybody can't wait for Area, but
hey, I think I just like it for the moveset because a lot of these movesets for new characters are cool. It's just aesthetically they're trash most of the time. So yeah, Area's like who cares about her? But yeah, when you actually see the moves, it's cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of interested to see what they did to maybe update her or whatever. Because I just remember hating her in 3.
Oh yeah, I don't think many people liked her.
EX.
Yeah, I didn't really like her at all either when I first saw it. Then I saw like tournament matches, like, oh wow, that's actually neat. You use a tracking device to cause as a trap, and then you see had one of the best hop like sword hop overhead attacks in the game. It's like a much better version of Viroso because you can combo off of it without a super too. You can do like a low medium kick right after it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't be whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, every character I wanted in the game is already in the game.
It's a nice game. So
yeah. Pullum is back in it, so that was cool. And so yeah, I'm good with the game. But yeah, I'm still anxious to see what Terry. I mean, I can already imagine what he's going to play like. He's going to play like Terry.
Oh, does Pullum have the taco still?
The what?
Taco. The Iori taco. The Iori's overhead kick. So Iori had like a. You know Iori from King of Fighters?
Yeah.
Red hair guy. So he used to have an attack where he does like a jump attack, but he does like, I think it's like either back light kick or down light kick. No, I think it's back light kick. Okay. And his kick will go backwards to him.
Oh, yeah.
So Pullum had that, I think.
Yeah,
he still has it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has taco. Cool.
Yeah. I never heard it called that before. I was like, man, you were being vulgar right now.
Oh, no. I think that's the best word they could come up with. Especially for King of Fighters, it's the best.
I have never heard that before. Taco. Okay, cool.
It's like a slang name given for that move, I think. But
yeah, I've just never heard it before. So, but I just can't wait to see Terry a combo into Buster Wolf into the Rising Tackle one. Oh, we got to prove that testament. Is Bare Knuckles safe?
He's a good character.
That's the first question. That's the first question. That's the first thing everybody's gonna check. Do it. Okay, he sucks. It's gonna be pass or fail right there.
Terry player is going to be Terry player.
Yep, Terry players. That is going to be pass or fail right there. Burn Knuckle. Done. He sucks. Yeah. Game over.
Go back to King of Fighters. Let me play my Garu Mark of the Wolves.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know if Terry was good in that game. Rock was the worst in that game, I think. Even though he was like the main.
Oh, everybody loved him, but I never cared for Rock that much. But I know a lot of people do. Yeah. Terry was good. Kushnu Butt, that's the guy. Or whatever they call him over here in the English version for some reason. What do you call him?
But
Kushnu.
You're talking about the karate, the dark karate guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name was like Butt something.
Well, Kushnu Butt is his name in Japan.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when they brought the game over here to American consoles and stuff, they changed his name.
Yeah, they changed the last name there, so it's like that's like the worst name you could give him. I like the more his Japanese name because I feel like they're trying to joke on him. He seems kind of cool.
He's one of the best. He's my favorite character in that game.
Yeah, he's pretty strong too.
Oh shit!
I think with the mechanics, he was like able to DP cancel stuff like most of the top tiers could in that game. So
he was great. Plus, I've always liked. Ryo has almost always been my main character in most of the KOF games anyway. So, having a Ryo play in a Fatal Fury game, it was just cool to me. And he was just really good. I liked him. And he was black, That's right, I said it.
Hey, can't go wrong. Jax was really good too in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway.
And I mean, Cyrax and Mortal Kombat 9. Can't forget that. It's like one of the few people I was like that. To me, it's like, you don't know about Cyrax? He's like a cyborg, but it's like there's a black guy underneath him.
Really?
I didn't know that first one. I just like ninjas, like suits people with masks. And I was like, well, Mortal Kombat 3 came out, and for some reason they didn't add ninjas. They gave me a faceless Sub-Zero. So I was like, yeah, I like these robot ninjas. They're cool. And it was either Sector or Cyrax. So I was like, oh, Cyrax looks cool.
Yeah, I just didn't know. All right. So, yeah, that was EX. And then Tekken 7 had its big Season 2 release come out. So have you had a chance to play?
Yes.
Tekken
7?
Yeah. So
Lars and Katarina was... the most complete, especially Lars.
I keep hearing, Katarina got like pretty good buffs.
Oh yeah, the biggest. She has like general quality of life changes that are really good, but the one that most people are complaining about is her instant 13 frame punishes. Maybe it's like instant 13 dash instant 14. But the idea is if you could punish a hop kick in that game, that's kind of really unique because I think only Perfect Electric Wind Godfist could do something like that, and everyone says like that's really hard to like do generally.
Of course, you can do it, but
no, I can't do it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Well, if I could do it, it's going to be like training mode things. Like I'm not going to ever really consider doing that because the worst thing is, well, if you're Devil Jin, can Devil Jin do that? Because I think Kazuya might be faster. I don't know, but
I don't know. If
I was Kazuya, there's no way I'm going to do that because if I mess up, I'm going to get down 4-2, and that's unsafe. And if he blocks it. Devil Jin, if it works for him, it's like, if he does down 4-2, you're kind of safe anyways. You could sidestep on his stuff, too, along the way. That's cool. But anyways, yeah, Katarina, she has like it's not easy, but it's like you'll definitely see this in tournament matches often. So she can punish hop kicks with like 4-4-2 and I think it's 4-4-2-3 or 4-4-2-4. I don't remember what it was.
You're asking me, I don't know.
I don't know. There's too many strings to remember, but I'll just go by 4-4-2 and whatever kick after that, and it does a bound attack or a tailspin. I don't know what it does, but the point is you can extend after that, and you can get like a good 50, 60 damage or more off of a hop kick punish. That's really good because
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Because otherwise, unless you're like doing perfect electrics, that may be risky sometimes. Most people are going to get about 30 to 40 as damage for punish like that. C gets like an actual legit, like a, bound combo into more combo extensions. That's really strong. And Lars, when he first came out, guy was getting wall combos that could be around 100 damage.
Yeah. So
it was, there was no way they were going to let them stay.
That was fixed in this emergency patch.
The emergency patch had that as one of the fixes.
I was wondering because when we were at the tea shop last weekend, we were all asking, it's like, okay, did they want that to happen? We didn't think so. One dude was like, I hope they keep it in there though. It's awesome, but no.
Yeah, I kind of was hoping they would keep it too. To be honest, I just want to see the play out because it's like a funny story how everyone was wanting a Buff Lars thing. Everyone, that was like the meme they wanted to go for, and it's like, yeah, you'll get what you want, right? Now I want to see like tournaments that actually use this and abuse it. Now we can't because they kind of patched that off.
Yeah, well, I mean, it had to be patched. I mean,
why? Why can't that just be like a Lars thing?
I mean,
and then maybe it just wasn't that much good in every other area.
I mean, actually, I guess I kind of agree. It was like, why couldn't they just leave it in there? But
because it reminds me of like how like Ryu was like one of the best 3-frame autopilot scrubby punishes you can do in the game, where some characters have to rely on a jab to get a 3-frame punish. When Ryu's some characters with DP or 3-frame attacks or SPD, they were like the easiest. You just do a special move and you were consistent on it.
Right.
Well, so Lars could have been that kind of character. It's like, oh, he's one of the characters that can consistently punish a hop kick. But yeah, it didn't happen. It's unfortunate.
I think, and I believe one of us said that if it wasn't me, is like I think it's obvious that wasn't their intention.
Yeah.
But how could they miss it?
I don't know. I mean, I thought the raid drive follow-ups are cool, but like, I was surprised they changed it to the point where now it doesn't work. Period. But I think I would have liked it if it was like a rage drive on this, because it'd be kind of unique and it's like one time only, and they'd probably just have to adjust the whatever damage scaling they have to do from there. But still, I think that'd been cool, but they didn't do that. Now, Katarina had a nerf too, but she still can do it. Her stuff, the instant 13 to instant 14. So she's the same. She's going to be complained at some point because you can option select that kind of stuff too. You can do 4-4-2, but also like have like a follow up attack as well in case you did like a normal 2 and then do like what I don't know what it is. It's either 2-1 or 2-1 to kicks that makes it relatively safe. So it's like if you mess up, you can still get an extension off of it. But it's just to cover up the whole 4-4-2, combo that's really rewarding. So once they use that string and then use it with the safer string as an option select in case they mess up the 4-forward part, then that's gonna be a problem, or at least an eventual problem. I don't know. I just want to see that kind of stuff happen because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting annoyed by that.
Well, I'm not very good at Tekken anyway, so I don't play it a whole lot. I played it a pretty good deal that day when it came out because Anna was back in it, so I wanted to get back into her. She kind of became my go-to character in 3 once they took June out, and I kind of fell out of love with the whole series because she wasn't in it anymore. But either way, so I started playing with her. Actually, played with her a lot. It's cool.
What's one cool thing about her rage art?
What's that?
You can pretty much like punish things like Paul's Death Fist.
Oh, well, I kept doing it on mistake. It's like I've almost forgot rage arts were in the game, and I would be trying to do something else, and would end and back in both punch buttons. And it's like, well, crap, that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, I think I had that issue once with like Kazuya a few times where I tried to do something and I got a rage art by accident. But when I played Doujin, I don't have that issue because it's probably like one of the commands I rarely use at all.
I feel like Anna was the only character that's happened like a lot. Earlier on, it felt like almost every match I was accidentally doing her rage art. So
yeah, that's kind of a problem. If it's like an input that you kind of have to like, that's like similar to another attack that you use often, I think that is a problem.
Yep.
So
I went back and relearned. I was surprised I still knew her chin buster chain moves. I still knew 2 of them, and then I learned the other. I think there's 3 or 4 more of them, and I went back and learned those, and it's like, it's cool, the arm breakers and the throws and all that stuff. So, she's cool, and then of course Lei, who I was kind of surprised to hear folks complaining that he's too complicated. It's like,
what?
Do you know who Lei is?
I thought Lei was the epitome of being complicated.
That's kind of what I thought too. But it was like, oh, this guy has way too many moves. What's all these stances? And like, wait.
That kind of was the reason why he wasn't in here in the first place for Tekken 7 because his win rates weren't that great, nor was he really rewarding.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the Lei fans loved him, obviously.
I mean, that is a good reason, though.
But like we joked last week, is like if you play with Lei, that's the only character you're playing with because that's the only one you'll have time to learn.
Yeah, he takes a lot of time.
So much stuff there. It's like, just learn your 10 basic moves and go from there, which is pretty much my rule with Tekken now.
Yeah, people have these top 10, 15 stuff going around. On the internet.
Yeah,
you just go with.
That's all I do. And I mean, you see me play Tekken 7. I play with. Apparently, I kept calling her June last week. Everybody kept laughing at me. It's like, man, you really do love June. It's like, you know what I mean, Asuka. But I still play Asuka like I played June. Which everybody, a lot of times I've been asking, how come you don't do any of her like punch combos and this, that, or like the stuff I do is like all the stuff that's still autopilot June stuff.
Oh, you're still thinking like,
I'm still doing all the 2 stuff.
Because that was back then when combos were like minimal combos. You just pop them up and then do like minimal jab and then stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, oh, you gotta do jab dead, then tailspin, then follow up
then
more.
Follow up this and this, and then I got a wall bounce. All right, and then we do
Before there was like no walls, and it's like, oh, you just get some hits in afterwards.
I mean, it's just like I played Street Fighter 4, basically like Street Fighter 2. I pretty much play Tekken 7 like Tekken 2.
Yeah,
that's all I know how to do with June. And anyway, Ganryu, I'm waiting on that announcement though. I'm just saying.
This why.
I'm kidding. Actually, I like Ganryu a lot in that game. That's what I say.
Who do you prefer, June or Ganryu?
Oh, June, definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
Because I know you like June. Like, what Ganryu?
I'd be all about.
Why not recommend June?
I'd be all the way back in it if June was back in it. I mean, I love Tekken Tag 2 just because she was in it. So anyway, but
so you did get buffed though, Asuka a lot. No, you probably don't.
That's what I've heard, but it's probably nothing I ever.
Yeah, it's probably hard to like notice what they are.
Yeah,
just get in.
I won a couple of online fights with her when I played though, and it did feel some things felt a little easier and better and stuff that didn't work before. But that's just me being bad at the game though. I think so. I don't know, but I know there was most of the system changes basically involved like the combo system, right? Like particularly off the walls, like there's a wall.
Oh yeah, there's
bounce
now
down.
a wall bounce now.
Yeah.
Generally, like, not much change with the system other than the wall bounce. To be honest, like, the wall bounce changed, and then there, I think, like some portion of the frame data of like spring kicks when they get up, that's changed, but it's still Tekken. It's still Tekken.
To get up kicks, yeah. The wall bounces were messing me up because I would play with Asuka and I'd do something and all of a sudden they bounce off the wall and I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I just kind of watch them bounce and fall at my feet. Like I didn't expect that to happen. Okay then.
Yeah.
Fing
got mopped hard in this patch.
Really?
Yeah. Fing got a lot worse for no reason.
Why?
I don't know. He wasn't even that great.
He wasn't that good.
He wasn't the top tier.
And
I mean, sure, he was high tier, but
good.
Not. Yeah. Like I don't understand.
What always got me about fans. I've always just liked just the straight kung fu guy and everything. But it's like he kind of sucks.
Well, he didn't suck, but he wasn't like Dragunov or Jack, but he was like underneath them.
Yeah, he just never was where I wanted them to be.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jack and Dragunov are still good. I mean, Dragunov got hit a good bit.
I heard he got hit.
Yeah, because like the down hit where now that forces the opponent to crouch. That is probably like the hardest one of them all. I think because usually a lot of people do that just so they can, now they're forced crouching. And you have like a lot of mix up opportunities to do as an offense. So now they change it. Now you're standing. It's like, there's not much Dragunov to do. So now it's a question of whether people like JCR are going to stick with him, or if they're going to go back. If he's going to go back to Heihachi, or if the other Dragunov go with other characters. I think some people are going to stick with Dragunov because.
Well, I guess we'll see this week. I forgot to mention earlier. SCR is going on this week, so this weekend it's going on right now, actually. So.
With the second new patch too, is that like? Are they allowed to do that?
Oh, you know what? I remember wondering that. The patch came out last week.
Isn't there like a... Well, I don't know what tournaments do these days, but back then it used to be like a two to 3 week thing.
Type of deal. And that might be mostly for... I mean, it'd be hard to not have an updated version of the game by now. Unless Namco just was gonna bring one.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 was different, though, I think. Because before Street Fighter 5 was like... Oh, no. Older Street Fighter games was... 3 weeks, wasn't it? And then once Capcom Pro Tour come around to change things, it was like 2 weeks, I think, for them.
Yeah, I only remember 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it probably depended on where you were, what tournament you were going to, or whatever. But I always remember 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So some places could have well been 3. So, but yeah, I remember thinking that it's like, well, I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, they must have brought it out. I mean, I presume they were in contact with SCR saying, hey, because it's a. Well, I don't think it's a Tekken World Tour stop though, is it? SCR.
Arc. No, not Arc Revo.
It is an Arc Revo.
It is a Revo tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot. I think it was. Maybe it is called Arc Revo. But I don't know if I want to call it repo. Oh, it
But I don't
was
know
a
if it's a
repo
Tekken.
event, but Tekken was involved with this,
With SER?
and it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be. I think it was this weekend, because the patch was last week, right?
Patch was...
Yeah,
Yeah, last week.
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
And we were hyping up for Lars for for the next tournament, which was going to be this weekend. It was the next week after, which would be this weekend now. I heard there's like there's like a storm going around, weather problems going there. That's like
Where at over at...
wherever the tournament's being held. I don't know if it's for this one or if it's one coming up eventually. That's I'm not aware of, but I just saw people posting like Artec and saying like Knee and a few other top players weren't going to be able to make it. So yeah, that's kind of concerning. But yeah, weather problems coming in. I mean, yeah, safety's first, but still.
So those would be players from, like, I know the names. I don't know where they're from. If it's
Korea.
Tekken, I say if it's Tekken, I presume it's Korea. So would that be issues with like the earthquake they had over in Japan, or is it just like some hurricane stuff?
Oh, it's definitely like a typhoon, a typhoon season kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Tekken 7, and then Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle had a big balance patch apparently.
I don't know much about it. I mean, I can only go just like break it down like very few words, so that's about it.
Well, you know me even less, but
oh wait, really?
I was just hoping. I mean, for me, I only played with two characters in that game, so that's really the only one.
Oh yeah, I saw it was like not Gordu, the guy Waldstein and Mika.
Mika, yeah.
Why Mika? That's like the last character I think.
Because like I told everybody last week, the only games in that whole game series that I've actually played was an Under Night game. Mm-hmm. So those are the two characters I knew. and Mika was still relatively new to me because she was only in this last build, ST. So yeah, so I kind of had to learn her, and I mean really had to relearn Wallstein too because he's so simplified in that game, where a lot of his his command throws in Under Night are like his mid auto combo throws now.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so I had to get used to that. And then Mika I didn't play a whole lot with in Under Night anyway. So, just getting used to what she did there. And it's tough. It's kind of rough when you're playing. Because I remember playing, somebody else playing as new. And I remember thinking, oh, God, I think this is who Ace uses. And it's like, yeah, no, this is going to be so bad. I actually beat that guy once. I think I'm learning to not always just constantly run in. And also, one thing that drives me nuts is Wallstein's range seems undependable in that game.
Really?
I feel like I'll do like one of his moves, and his claw will be like behind your head, but it'll whiff. And it's like Under Night was kind of like that too, but it feels a little more reliable. I guess I'm just used to Under Night where. Yeah, I feel like I know where his, the distance that his stuff will hit. But in Blaze Blue Cross Tag, it doesn't feel that same way at all.
I think
like he'll do his command grab, and his arms will be 20 feet behind you, and it still won't grab. It's like you're killing me.
Yeah, I think I see where. Yeah, I think Cross Tag had that issue for some. I think
definitely for Wallstein, and then I feel like. It's like, he's here he is, this big lumbering dude with these giant claws that reach all the way across the screen. Yet almost I won't say almost every other character. Almost every character that I fight, with swords especially, they feel like they can just flick their sword all the way across the screen and it'll hit. Like son of a anyway. But yeah, I don't know much about the what the balance patch did with every character.
Ruby got worse. That's
okay.
the only thing I can really take away is like Ruby's normals got a little worse to the point where like her hurt box is kind of like really out there for some of her weapon attacks. Like it's like I think like her 5B, for example. I think you can hit the pole like midway of the skite. and it looks off. But I think general like negative change of life things that kind of like went on her is kind of like bad too. But she's probably still all right as a character. But
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of folks playing with her.
yeah,
like,
but
at all.
yeah, she's probably like no longer that like go to, it can't go wrong to play Ruby.
Yeah.
Because almost everyone had like almost everyone knew that she was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
and the two characters that I think benefited most was like Weiss and there was a couple that did actually. Weiss got improved a lot. Yukiko got improved a lot too. I think she's probably I don't know, she's probably not going to work out in the long run still, but there's someone else I thought.
Certainly in Wallstein.
I mean, Yosuke's like 5 medium is able to like convert better now as a combo or something like that, or is like able to chill. I'm not sure what the whole situation was, but his 5 medium auto strings is better. Other than that, I can't really say much.
Yeah, well, I was just happy when the patch came out because, like I said, I just started getting in and like really getting into it and playing it a lot. And like by the time I started getting into it, nobody was playing that game online anymore. Like nobody. I couldn't find a match at all.
Really?
But then the couple of days after the patch dropped, everybody was back in there playing it. I was, thank God,
yeah.
I'm getting my butt kicked again.
Yeah, patch changes always does
I tell
that.
you what, though, that's one of the games I actually have the most fun getting like beat in for some reason. 'Cause, I mean, it's cool, but one of my issues is that I don't like games that have auto combos, and this game really depends on auto combos.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts because the old tried and true Capcom player in me wants to go from light to medium to heavy or something like that.
Yeah.
And this game, I'll constantly mess up my combos. I'm better at it now, but I'll constantly be messing up my combos instead of hitting light, medium. To combo and stuff, I do light, medium, and then the overhead move, and it's like no, that's.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta keep it simple. Sometimes.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I have to remind myself that this is really, really simple game.
See what they try to do to make it like complicated is the use of assists.
Yeah,
so it's
which
like,
I'm getting better at now.
So it's like for someone like me, it's complicated because you have to get it custom with assist combos, which is not really my forte. I'm not into like assist conversion stuff. So
and
to me, that takes a lot of time to get used to managing assists and all that.
Yeah, that's like the next step stuff for me. I'm getting better at using assists, but I don't even know if the team I use is good at having an assist to extend the combo. I found like one pretty cool thing.
Do they have a backwards anti-air assist? 4P. Usually their backwards assist usually does like an anti-air attack.
Wallstein's is kind of good for that. When he picks up the rock and then throws it.
Yeah.
It can be used as kind of an anti-air like that. Mika's not so much because she comes in and she jumps and then does her jumping C. Where she comes down with her knees. Well, I guess I always say knees. It may be a punch. I don't know. But I don't know if that hits when she goes up or not. It looks like she just comes in and jumps and then does her jumping C. So that one I'm not sure. But Wallstein, yeah.
But they can punish like crossbursts.
I don't know. See, I'm still new to that game. There's a lot of stuff about it I still don't.
Yeah, because
that's stuff that hadn't occurred to me. Like me and what's his name? We're talking about last Friday. Timmy. We're talking about Friday. He was showing me some stuff, and he would bring up stuff. It's like I never thought about doing that before. Thanks, and I say I learned a lot actually from playing him. But
yeah, you got to like take down all these like really good day one stuff that are like overly strong. It's like I guess it's like autopilot stuff you have to like get accustomed with. Yeah. So it's like of course people are gonna like autopilot things like cross burst. There's gonna be people autopiloting DPs at some point eventually. It doesn't feel like they do it as much now. Even from early on, it didn't feel like it was much. Because they'll realize that damage conversion is really big too over time. I think like defense push block is good too.
Yes, I'm so glad that's in it. If Dragon Ball had that, I think I would enjoy that a little more.
Yeah.
Personally.
Because Dragon Ball FighterZ is like a
once you get locked down in
monster.
Dragon Ball, you're just
hopeless.
stuck. Yeah. It's like what? Well, all right, it's time to sit here and block and guess.
Yeah.
It's like high, low, overhead. Oh, low, high, low combo. Break the throw. Block. It's like when is it gonna be my turn?
Oh, best part. Oh, let's do something unsafe. Assist call. Continue.
Yeah.
You gotta add that part.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Block assist, block, low, overhead, block, assist. Yeah. So.
Yeah, hopefully they do something refining, at least for like Super Dragon Ball, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still have fun with the game though. It's just
I haven't played it in a while actually now, but
yeah, the meta is very offensive.
I've had a lot of folks tell me, I've had no less than 3 tell me that they kind of dropped Dragon Ball for cross tag. They think cross tag is more fun.
So, yeah, I think cross tag is more. What's the word? More open. Open's not the right word for sure. But you're able to brainstorm more thoughts that's going on, like an actual conversion stuff that match with your assists. There's more things to do. It feels like.
It could definitely feel like it's hard to describe because they're both similar, but like in comparing the two, I guess Dragon Ball probably would be a little more structured. I guess would be the word, as opposed to where Blaze Blue, it does feel like it's a little more loose.
Yeah, it feels creative.
Yeah, a little more. Yeah, you feel like you could just make something kind of up on the fly where Dragon Ball, everything's kind of not precise, but more so, like I say, structured is the best word I can kind of come up with when it comes to Dragon Ball. I don't know.
I get what you're going at because like, I kind of feel like the same way with like Infinite. I mean, not Infinite. Yeah, Infinite. So, Infinite and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, I get the similar vibes. So it's like I feel like it's really creative.
Yeah.
To the point that it kind of affects me because it's like I'm not really good at that kind of stuff with being really ultimately creative. Well, maybe I could be creative with like 1v1 situations, but like when I consider assists, I'm kind of terrible at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But Dragon Ball FighterZ definitely feels structured. Like they don't give you too many mechanics to work around it, and the assists aren't always there. There's a cooldown to consider, and it's usually. I mean, that is one problem with Dragon Ball FighterZ is like usually lockdown assists are always the better choice to go for, because most of the time if you're getting conversions, it's just better to save the assist for like your oncoming Oki, so that. Once they're on block from when they recover, you'll just do whatever strength you do. Then use the assist to have more ways to open the opponent up, and then once it hits, okay, continue the combo, and then just repeat it. Don't use the assist because like during the combo most time unless it kills because it's just better. It's better to get them on knockdown so you can have more pressure options once you're guarding. And the game's ridiculous in terms of offensive pressure. Defensive options are pretty bad in that game. You only have sparking and some characters have a DP that's kind of exploitable in most cases. You can just air dash and beat it most of the time.
Yeah.
And the guard tag is like you can kind of spot it really early on. I mean, it works sometimes, but it actually could work a good bit depending on how you use. But it's really hard to make it consistent.
Yeah. Now, talking about that game, it had an update. I don't think we ever went over. So basically, it just kind of balanced some of the other better characters. I heard Frieza got better.
Frieza got slightly better. Probably still irrelevant, but
yeah.
Other
than that, I don't really know.
Yeah, basically. So
okay. I saw all the jokes and memes and stuff when Cell, kind of got nerfed. But from what I understood of the nerfs. It's not that he couldn't do his stuff anymore; it just wasn't as effective as it was before, right?
Kinda. To be honest, I don't see why people are complaining about Cell. He's still good.
Well, I think when the patch notes came out, everybody immediately was like, "Well, he's done." But I think when everybody started doing it in practice, it was like, "Oh, yeah, he's still pretty good."
Yeah, but even on the notes, like, what was changed? His crouch light is still is like 1 frame slower, and what else?
I mean, he still has the loops, right?
Yeah,
They just don't do as much damage, or.
Well, yeah, it's still damaging though.
But that's what it seemed like to me, yeah.
But like it's probably not as like touch of death as much as before.
Yeah,
but
and I think that was fair because, what we always think about stuff. I don't really want anybody nerfed, but if something does feel like it's being, I don't want to say abused, but when just about every team in the top 8 of any major has Cell in it.
Yeah. Cell, Vegeta,
there might be an issue. Yeah. There might be an issue.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of what's, I don't want to say turning me off of Dragon Ball because I still enjoy watching it, especially at a high level and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of feels like
post-exposure.
No, he's just perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still really good.
No, he's still good. Yeah, but
like I'm surprised with these things because it's like they're not like Cell's not like neutered or anything like that.
No,
it's not like how like
I said. I think everybody's initial reaction when reading the patch notes before it actually happened.
Yeah,
they were like, "Oh God, it's over," and then but once they got it in practice, okay, it's not that bad. But again, I'm starting to feel like Dragon Ball now. What I felt like near the height of MVC2. It's like it's still great to watch and it's a lot of fun to watch, but I get tired of seeing the same 4 characters over and over again.
Magneto, Storm, and whatever teams there. Sentinel,
Sentinel, Psylocke,
Cable,
Cyclops. The spare Cyclops every now and then. I was the guy that used to tear everybody up with the weird characters. Folks would laugh at me when they see my team, and then I just destroy them. But
it's like Vegeta X in a way. Use low tier characters, but can make them work.
Right. I would love to see Frieza, Ginyu, Nappa team just start laying waste to everybody. Well, that would be amazing.
Ginyu's decent though.
Yeah, he is.
Probably better. He's probably a lot better now than he was before, for sure. But like,
it's
just like I think the general meta is like still the same. Yeah. That's why I think Cell's still good, is because it's like, does he have a 2L low? Yeah, he's still good. Does he have a good high mix up stuff with Ears and Airdesk? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with him? Like, he's still good.
Yeah. I'm just saying I'm just getting tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
And that was my whole point. Is like I still love to play to see it, but yeah, just it's like, oh, okay, here comes Cell, Vegeta again. Here comes Cell, Vegeta, and whoever else again. Oh, there's another. Oh, that's another Cell, Vegeta. Okay, yeah, I get it. That's the only thing that's kind of getting boring to me. But I'll still watch it.
Too. Kid Boo's a big problem too.
I don't see a lot of Kid Boos.
Oh, Kid Boo's a big problem.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'll see more this weekend. I don't know.
Well, I'm talking about even during Evo, pre-patch, Kid Boo was a big problem. Yeah. Kid Boo, Cell, and Bardock were the big
Bardock,
three.
I'm still hearing is like.
Oh yeah, Bardock, for whatever reason in this patch, Bardock is still relatively the same.
He just didn't get touched. That's basically what I heard. Is they didn't touch Bardock. Basically,
his level 3 mix up is now you have to time your jump. Oh, what a great change!
Oh,
it's
okay.
Still the same.
It takes slightly more skill to do it now. Okay, got it. Done. Yeah,
his light auto combo still tracks really well with a good hitbox ratio that's hard to hit him out of. It's oh man, Bardock is really good still.
So, yeah, I mean, game will still be, like I said, game will still be fun to watch and everything. Yeah. But like I said, for me, it's just starting to feel like MVC2 all over again. It's like, I'll still get hyped watching it, but it's the same.
What about Beerus?
Over and over again.
Beerus
be added to the game.
He ain't gonna get any play. He's just spectating like usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he is a god, so he has to power down to give everybody else a chance, is what it is. Yeah. Fighters 2, I think, is when we'll see the real one.
Either that
Maybe.
or Super Fighters, whatever they're going to call it.
Oh, you think they're just going to do an update to this one?
I'm not sure what they're going to do.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it'd be a new game.
I kind of wish they'd do Super. I think it'd be better that way. And then just going straight away to a number 2.
Well, let me ask you this: Would that be like a DLC upgrade to this one, or
I would
release?
rather be it that way than like a season 3, 2. But they're probably gonna end up doing that way. They're gonna probably do like season 1 and season 2, and depending on how much profit they're making, they're either go for season 3 or do like a arcade distance style movement, but just call it a different title.
I feel like it'll be a whole new release
It's
rather than another update, personally. Because
but look at Guilty Gear though. That's like you had XR, then Revelator.
yeah,
then
but it's its own thing. This one's based on an anime, and from what I heard, the licensing deal between the Dragon Ball folks and Bandai is that they have to make a game every year. Now, of course, they can just go make another Dragon Ball game and let this one ride a little bit longer. But, as high as this one's been riding, I feel like they, instead of add another season to it, they probably just release a whole new game. Well, not new, but
maybe the new game could be just a retitled version. There's like
could be. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I feel like if they do another character patch, though, another batch of characters, what are they going to do for the inevitable part 2? Because the only characters that are left is anybody basically from the Tournament of Power. Okay, we'll let's say they do a season 2 and start putting those characters in. Okay, what do you put in the next game?
Yeah.
You can start doing characters from the films. We talked about that last week too. I started doing joke characters like Lord Slug. Yeah, let's get some Lord Slug in there. Was it Lord Slug? Who was the other Saiyan guy? God, I can't remember his name. Shoot, I can't remember his name from the Tree of Might. And Garlic. I mean, you got to get him in there.
Garlic?
Yeah. Garlic.
There's a character named Garlic?
Garlic Jr. Yeah. God, I keep forgetting you were the weirdest. You were just a dork. Anyway.
So we have people named Cells that make jokes of celery, and then we have people named Garlic.
Well, I mean, a lot of the names were based on like foods and stuff. Gohan is the Japanese word for lunch.
So yeah, that's true.
And there was actually a character in the show named Lunch. Her name was Lunch. So like food stuff. Vegetables, which was Vegeta. Nappa's a type of bean. Ginyu, I forgot what Ginyu was, but it's like a food. Cheese and burgers, cheese and butter. Raccoon, I think, is what's a raccoon? I want to say it's a grain of some sort, something like that.
Probably. But there's no Japanese way to say garlic?
I mean, they would say garlic. They wouldn't say garlic, but they would probably say garlic. But that was his name, Garlic Jr. So, yeah. Go back and watch the first Dragon Ball movie and the filler arc. I think the Garlic Jr. saga was the filler arc between Cell and... No, not between Cell and... That was the Heaven's Tournament. It was between... It was before the androids? I don't remember. It's terrible either way. Anyway. What the hell were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about balance patch and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying I would think they would probably make a new game, put some of the Tournament of Power characters in there, leave some for DLC, and then they can just expand on after that. And then you'd have to go Vegeta and might even start doing GT stuff. So I don't know.
There's the Android 16 Tournament of Power coming, supposedly coming after Cooler.
17.
What did I say?
16.
17.
16's already in it, yeah.
Tournament Power 17. Yeah, that he was supposed to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, he should be the last character, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, and then I guess we'll see what they do after that.
Oh yeah, we kind of forgot about talking about cooler side switching.
When is it coming out? The end of this month?
I think it's
think
definitely this month. But
yeah, it's
I
definitely
don't
this
know
month.
when,
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
it's the end.
Yeah, yeah. I'm interested in
A lot of side
trying him out
switching
when it comes
combos and something about a full screen low.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But is
That
it a
looks pretty
low
cool.
at all?
I think it is. Yeah.
Because they say it's a low, but I never seen them actually like block high and get hit. No,
I don't know. I mean, when I saw it was the clip with the Japanese players playing, and I'm pretty sure these guys would know the difference between. If they wouldn't be freaking out, about it being a full screen low if it wasn't. So.
Well, I was wondering if they were just freaking out over nothing because sometimes they do that, like when a new character comes in.
Oh, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes stuff goes crazy, like that one guy who was trying to prove that Abigail was so broke because, what was he? Urian's horizontal fireball went through his sprite or something like that. See, look at that! It doesn't even hit him. It doesn't hit any standing character. It's like it does that to everybody. Oh.
That same thing could have been argued in Street Fighter 4 with Hugo.
Oh yeah.
Like with some attacks couldn't do work that way.
Hugo. Now, you remember when he first came out in the Ultra, when he stood up, his get up off the ground animation was slower than everybody else's. Mm-hmm. And it made sense. He's so big, it would take him a long time to get up. But I also understood it messed up everybody's timing.
Yeah.
So I remember when I heard they were going to fix that, I thought for sure they'd change the animation. No, they just sped it up. So now he looked crazy, just as fast as he popped up, like in the stun or whatever. Mm-hmm. I always hated that. But either way, that's Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Let's get out of that. So also had some trailers come out this week.
Oh yeah.
Well, over the last few weeks actually. So let's just get DOA 6 out of the way. Which I was actually, again, I'm excited for DOA 6. Kind of.
Then you could probably talk a lot more than
I know a lot of folks.
I haven't been following DOA.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of folks don't care about it, but I enjoyed DOA 5. I think a lot of folks missed a very good fighting game just because of whatever their perception of the series is or whatever.
There's some people that say DOA is better than Tekken. Are you one of those? I can understand why.
I can see why somebody would say that. I have a hard time saying that, but it depends on what kind of fighting style you like, because it's like saying Virtua Fighter is better than Tekken in kind of a way.
Yeah, I do see that, because
it depends on which one you enjoy more. Yeah. And DOA have always been kind of it. I mean, you play the first couple of them, it was almost a Virtua Fighter ripoff. Mm-hmm. All it had was boobs that bounced everywhere. Mm-hmm. Basically, but it almost controlled almost exactly the same.
Just not low polygon like the older.
And then they go and put the characters in 5, just to prove the point, And the Virtua Fighter characters played basically just like they would in one of their own games. Mm-hmm. I always wondered if they just didn't want to make new voice tracks, or if Sega required them to use the original voice tracks from those games. Because I swear to God,
even the sound effects are the same.
Yeah, I swear to God, those been the same sound effects since 2. I swear.
Yeah, it never changed. I was like, you're hearing the music that sounds so high quality, then all of a sudden
it sounds like, what? Why does she sound like that? Because it was recorded in 1989. Seems like, obviously not 89, but yeah.
Guilty Gear's kind of like that too. I think some of the sound effects
are from the early, but I think that's more of a nostalgia type thing. Yeah, they may look the same, but it may look really different now, but some of the sound effects are the same. Like whenever I play Street Fighter 5 with Alex, it's not until I'm playing it with these on that I can hear that all of his normal sound effects are his normal sound effects from Street Fighter 3.
Really?
Yeah, like if I'm playing it on the stereo in the front room, you can't really tell. But when I'm listening to it through these headphones, if you hear it through something that really discreetly separates out all the sounds, yeah, all of his normals have their sound effects from Street Fighter 3.
I actually want to test that because I kind of don't believe it.
Whatever, man. I'm telling you, I was sitting here on stream once playing, and I was like, "Well, oh, I'd never noticed that before." Do his ducking medium punch, same sound. I'm telling you, check it out. Check it out. You're the sound guy. Do it.
All right, that'll be on my to-do list.
But
I believe you though.
Yeah.
Half by half.
But the last DOA 6 trailer kind of sort of announced Ayane Honoka, Bayman, my favorite character, Marie Rose, Phase 4, and apparently Neo Tenga was mentioned in the post. She wasn't in the video, but she was mentioned in the post that they put up after the trailer came out. I don't know if Phase 4 was in that trailer or not, though. I can never really tell the difference. And also, one of the other things they kind of showed was they showed some new backgrounds. They showed they gave a release date, February 15th, if I'm not mistaken, and they showed crap. I don't remember. I lost my own train of thought. Either way. Looks good. Can't wait to. I'm definitely going to play it. I know, but barely anybody else is going to.
Phase 4 is that
they showed the characters with their original costumes too, because they've been showing everybody with like newer costumes, particularly the girls all covered up and everything. But then this trailer showed like Kasumi and Helena in like their older costumes too. So
that's good.
So there will be at least the original costumes in it, and good and well they're going to do the $100 season passes for all the the overalls and the bikinis and stuff like that again.
Man.
I'm sure they're going to do it. I mean, because
people are going to pay for it.
Yes, they wouldn't have done 12 of them for $5 if folks weren't buying it, right?
I mean, if people are able to spend like thousands on mobile gaming, I wouldn't be surprised why they wouldn't be spending on girls.
It's ridiculous. Oh, I completely forgot I did this. We talked about this earlier, and I didn't even do it. Why didn't you remind me? I've got the trailers right here.
Well,
see, this is why we shouldn't play and do fun stuff before we get on the Fightcast. All right, it's here. Let's, there we go. So yeah, this is the what's her name trailer?
Tai Chi
Chuan, Prodigy. Yeah. Lei Fang. This was her trailer that kind of showed the. This was a new stage at the time when they showed this trailer the first time. So it's cool.
She's dead.
So
how do you survive that? Oh, wait, was that a tentacle?
Huh?
Was that a tentacle?
Yeah, that was a tentacle. Yeah. I'm sure the irony wasn't lost on them. It's a cracking though, man. Get your mind out the gutter. So there you go, DOA 6. Yeah. So that was kind of following up on the.
I'll tell you what, I love it.
With the
I don't even care because I know there's going to be people going to be complaining about that. I love it.
Following up on the E3 reveal that they had when they showed it, was like, oh yeah, man, this is going to be our E3 reveal, which was basically a couple of silhouettes and the reveal that they'll show the reveal at a later time. It's like it almost would have been better had you not did that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the trailer kind of showing some of the story part, and this shows like other characters that they hadn't even announced yet. So, Ayane falling down for some reason. I think that's like the ending from 5. One of the endings from 5. There's showing Ayane there with the Salak blade almost looking like there's Kasumi in her original costume. Bayman being Bayman, baby. Marie Rose being 18 years old, which I'm sure they will always remind everybody that she's 18 years old. You know how you can get around that, Tecmo? Don't make her look like she's 12. That way you don't have to constantly remind folks that she's 18. So, I like the Jan Lee. They all showed Jan Lee before, and Zach actually. So, but it looks like Jan Lee and Hitomi is still going to, and Lei Fang actually is still going to have their little rivalry going. And he has a rivalry with Lei Fang and Hitomi, actually. So I think this is the one that shows the release date at the end of it. Yeah. So
February 15th.
February 15th. It's going to be cool.
Sometime, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the DOA trailer. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the main one here, and I'm gonna put the volume up on this one. So yeah, this was the reason we were starting to talk about this was the reason we were kind of late here. Let me go back on here. So
and by the way, this was something that my brother said. I mean, I kind of want to say that it's like the first thing that came up to my mind when I first saw like the graphics. I was wanting to ask Sam too, like, what's the first thing that came up to his mind, like when you first saw the like actual.
When you saw like the graphic,
the
visuals. I mean, I kind of had a Street Fighter 4.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that came to my
mind. Kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
I was
because he's the Sumi-E. So, I think that's what they based on around. Man.
Oh, look at that blood.
This is gorgeous.
Oh, my God. Dude, it's Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown's finally back. We talked about this extensively earlier, I know. But I love Samurai Showdown. Oh, my God. Look at the sword clashes. Yeah, see, that's what he says the name there. So that's what makes me think that's what made me think this was a remake of 1, and we'll talk about it in a second here. But oh my God. So Samurai Spirits. Oh, I forgot to go full screen, but either way, you see it there. Samurai Spirits. Oh my God. So okay. Here, let's just get it playing again, and then does my mouse keep disappearing? I'll just use the keyboard.
Yeah, you use the space bar
when we get to it. I mean, Nakaru just straight up killing folks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay, so let's go back here.
I kind of feel like that was kind of hinted that they want to show that this game is going to be really trying to be gory too at the same time.
I mean, obviously,
sort of Slashes was that, but I think they try to say that as like, hey, it's not Nakaru, but then it's like Seek and Snap.
It's like, yeah, this is going to be the Samurai Showdown game that folks like me since Samurai Showdown 2 have been. When every other game was getting more advanced, and like we talked about, Samurai Showdown was unfortunately stuck on the same engine from Samurai Showdown 1 to Samurai Showdown 6. This was like the first real like advancement. At least the KOF games had 12 and 13 as far as sprites and everything go. Mm-hmm. And I'm slightly disappointed that this isn't a 2D sprite game, but I'm not really surprised either. Yeah. But I like the way it looks. But,
oh yeah, it's a huge improvement from KOF 14.
So I looked at this picture, kind of look around. Okay, we see Tam Tam,
Hanzo, right
Nakaruru, Hanzo, Ukyo, even freaking Kyoshiro up there and up there next to Earthquake. Earthquake. Second I saw Earthquake, I was like, okay, well this must be a remake of the first game. I noticed two things. First, I couldn't see Genon anywhere. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's not in the game yet. Mm. But, okay. But then, down here, which you're not going to be able to see the mouse anyway, but down on the bottom left, there's Jubei at the very bottom left, and then to his right is Genjiro. Like we talked about before, like I was telling you before, Genjiro didn't show up to Samurai Showdown 2.
Yeah. That was weird.
But Poppy's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, is this... So this obviously had to happen before he stopped using her. So that would take it before 3. So is this like a Soul Calibur 6 kind of reboot where they're we'll take most of the characters from 1 and just put the really cool character from 2 in there just because?
Yeah. It couldn't be like a 1.5. Summarize that, I don't think.
Yeah, it could be. But then why is Earthquake there? Because he didn't show up in any Samurai Showdown again until one of the endings in 5? Him and Genon, actually. those weird endings where they would be sitting there and they turn around and look at the camera like, yeah, we could have been in this game, but no.
Yeah, you're right. That might seem more likely as probably a reboot, maybe.
I mean, calling it Samurai Spirits first of all, which is what the original game was called anyway.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they're rebooting it. I just thought it was interesting. I thought maybe it was just a remake of the first game, but again, and it's early. This game probably won't be out for a while into 2019. They may end up introducing more characters. The little dude with the umbrella who I used to use in 2 and 3 a lot. No, he was 3, wasn't he? Oh, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. That's right. You got that right.
Yeah, I think he was actually introduced in 3, but And I thought he was a girl for like the longest time. Then I found he was a boy, or was it the other way around? I can't remember now. Little character with the umbrella. He's loving. So the second somebody would jump, just start spinning the umbrella. There's just blood everywhere. Tam Tam is in it, but not Cham Cham. So
So, but who,
Samurai Spirits 1.
Who's the character you would want the most?
Like, if I could pick any of the later characters to be put into this game,
like just anyone,
or just overall.
Overall,
Jubei, he's already there, so he wasn't in too many games. I think he was definitely in the first one. I think he was in the second one, and then he wasn't in any one of them again. I think until 4 or 5. I don't know. I believe Ukio's been in all of them. Hanzo and Golfer has been in all of them. Earthquake was only in 1 and 6. Ganon, I think, was only in 1 and 6. Kyoshiro, I don't know if he was in 3 or not. Don't know if he was in 4 or not. I think he was back in 5. Nakaruru, screw her. I hate her sister even more. I hate the both of them.
Hopefully they're just as cheap as KOF 14 first version Nakaruru.
Yeah, whatever.
Hate him more.
Genjiro's been in all of them since he was introduced.
Yeah.
I forgot his name again. The dude I showed you earlier, the crazy skinny dude with the chain and the blade, the 3-blade.
Every one of these people are complicated.
We just played the game like a few hours ago. Either way, that guy would be cool. It would be awesome. This works out pretty good, and then they bring back Last Blade, and then we finally get Samurai Showdown versus Last Blade. Just saying. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, Last Blade is like after. Well, not anything sort of like.
Earthquake! Let's go, Poppy! You don't know how I was sitting right basically where you are screaming at the TV when I watched this trailer. I was like, ah!
My ears. I was saying before my ears would burst and that hurt.
Yeah. It's like, Samurai Showdown, man! This is what I wanted! I've been wanting this for years! Just an update to Samurai Showdown that wasn't a, bad 3D version of something else. It was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
What was it? Samurai Showdown Sin or something like that? Where it was
3D? Yeah. Which wasn't actually it wasn't an outright terrible game.
It didn't leave those standards at all.
Yeah. It was okay at best. I mean, it was cool that somebody said, hey, you know what? We need to revive Samurai Showdown. But that just wasn't it. So, but yeah. Again, we talked about this earlier. I used to love Samurai Showdown. I loved especially Samurai Showdown 2. And I showed you some of the characters from 2 earlier why. It was so great. And, I used to play Cham Cham. I showed you the German guy with the freaking gauntlet bullet glove thing. You could reach all the way across the screen and just bam. Basara. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I saw him.
How could I forget? Because I think of that Capcom game, Sengoku Basara, because Basara is an actual it's an actual term used back then.
Kubikiri Basara. Yeah, that guy. So, yeah. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I know you aren't, well versed in Samurai Showdown, but
Yeah, I only played a bit of special and yeah,
and
not
six,
many names.
I mean, you played 6 earlier. So.
Yeah, just now 6 and even the names are kind of like sliding off for me now. But it's like it's
Yep.
a lot of things to get into.
Yep. Again, I mean, you can go back and find old game magazines, particularly when Samurai Showdown 2 came out, where everybody was just saying Street Fighter's over, Samurai Showdown is the #1 game to play right now, especially in the arcades. And that was definitely the case for me when Samurai Showdown 2 came out. It was just, oh.
And the weirdest thing is, like, I feel like this game, like Samurai Showdown, is like, it feels like a game that kind of can relate to like the kind of games people like this around this culture. I mean, like if you were to try to get like, well, maybe it changed now as of recent, but it's like saying if you were to ask like an average Joe to play something like, oh, let's play Persona 4 Arena. That's like, it may not work out, but I think a Samurai Showdown was workable. Like most couple people knew it. Well, not as much as Street Fighter, but
not as much as Street Fighter, but if you're my age, you probably knew it because definitely in our arcades there was Street Fighter and there was Samurai Showdown. You know, Fatal Fury existed, Art of Fighting existed. What was the other game? Oh, Power Instinct existed. You know, all that stuff was out there, but really there was only 2. Again, especially when Samurai Showdown 2 came out, it was Street Fighter 2 and Samurai Showdown. Those were the big ones. And like I said, when Samurai Showdown 2 came out, there was a minute where everybody was like, "This is the big thing right now." Street Fighter, of course, then came out, I think, with Turbo at that point, and everybody pretty much was like, "Oh yeah, Street
Fighter." Let's go back to that.
Exactly.
I remember that game.
Yeah, but for a lot of older folks like me, if you played in the arcades a lot, and if you played in an arcade that had Samurai Showdown in it, you probably played Samurai Showdown a lot. Because, again, it was different. You were fighting with swords, and there was blood, and cool, other systems in it, sword clashes that, like I told you before, especially in Samurai Showdown 1, you're sitting there and slamming on the button, and it turns out it didn't matter because SNK didn't actually had that at random.
Yeah, I wasn't worried until you mentioned that.
The dude came out last year working for SNK and admitted, oh, yeah, that the whole button clash thing in Samurai Showdown 1 was completely at random. So didn't matter how many times you slam on a button. And like I said, sometimes folks would dang near get into fights thinking the other player was cheating because they're slamming on that button. You know you're hitting the button faster than the other guy, and somehow you lost. Bull crap.
Kind of sound a little upset there.
I mean, it's still like when I was reading that article, I was like, I freaking knew it. And because they, like I said, they didn't outright deny it, but they never really just talked about it. But everybody kind of knew that was something that was kind of something up with the clash system in Samurai Showdown 1. And yeah, it turned out it was completely at random. Don't even hit the button. You may or may not win. The computer will decide as soon as it starts.
What was the last fighting game to do something like that, to make a little mistake like that? Because Mortal Kombat 9 is the last thing that comes to my mind. Because of the
I don't know.
player 1 advantage. Like, older games had this issue with, like, the stun values for Street Fighter 2 stuff. Like, that was random and stuff.
Yeah.
This one, it was, like, completely, like, they just didn't implement the code to do that at all. Or maybe it was intentional to be random.
I have to go back and look at the article. He kind of explains, like, they ran out of time or something like that. I may be remembering this wrong, but I think it was something that somebody came up with at the last minute, and they kind of threw it in there, but they didn't have the time to actually put it in there, so they were just like, there, it's in, type of deal. And it was, like I said, it was only in the first game, but yeah, I still get upset. And I still feel just vindicated when that guy came out and said, like, I freaking knew it, man. I freaking knew it. So,
can you just imagine if lawsuits can be made at that?
Oh. Probably past the statute of limitation. Plus, what'd you really lose?
I don't know. You would lose more than you would actually making the claim.
Yeah, but my God, yeah, that's probably the game I'm most excited for next year at this point. Easily, cannot wait to find out more about that game. What other characters might be in it? If it's a retelling of the story, is a Makasar going to be the end boss? I think it makes the most sense. Or are they going to do what like Soul Calibur 6 did and, come up with speaking of which, actually, come up with their own type of end boss type deal. What's up?
And Sam mentioned something interesting too on Unreal Engine 4, but I don't think lag would be the concern. I think they fixed Unreal Engine lag late. Like it's not that much of an issue.
They did something with it, yeah.
Yeah, I think they fix it for recent games at least, or like for the patches. Like if they can make the time to do accustom with the changes, they can make it relatively lagless, for the most part.
Here's hoping. I don't care. I'll play it anyway because I mean, you play Samurai Shodown, speed and precise button presses in exactly in its DNA as it is.
Yeah, all the things are like minus on block, and you have a lot of minus on hit stuff too, actually. Exactly. So it's like you commit with stuff, and you actually play footsies with that. Sword seas. I don't know what people are going to call it now.
Yeah. So then we got the Aswell trailer for Soul Calibur 6, who appears to be the end boss, if not an end boss, but I think he seems to be like the main bad guy of the story mode. So obviously a character that didn't exist in Soul Calibur before, but they've said this Soul Calibur 6 is more or less going to be kind of a retelling of Soul Calibur 1 and 2, but with no Rock, so I don't care.
Are you still upset with
I'm
Rock
still upset about Rock, yes. I definitely am.
Sad times.
So, when this trailer came out, that looked like it was going to be the last character they were going to announce before the game came out. And then, I keep forgetting Geralt's going to be in that game. I love it so much. Anyway, but since then, the Cervantes trailer came out this week. So, and apparently the Raphael trailer leaked as well.
Oh yeah, there was a gameplay leak too, and then they quickly try to remove whatever video.
By the time I found out, it was already pulled. I'm sure it's out there somewhere if I really look. But yeah, so we got Cervantes, doing Cervantes stuff. So, it's like you really think Cervantes wasn't going to be in the game? It's not like he's Rock or something.
Everything has a revolve Rock.
Oh yeah, let's put Astaroth back in the game, but not Rock. You know what? All right, I'm gonna get over it. But no, actually, he's Cervantes. He's kind of attached. And now it's kind of weird that he's not the boss, but you know what? Cool. I mean, obviously, this is already after he's found Soul Edge because he's already kind of zombified and everything. So. Obviously, they're changing around the story a little bit. But yeah, cool, I guess. Comes out the 19th. Yeah. And then, so now Tira they also announced. But so you get her free with the season pass, right?
I suppose.
Or was she the pre-order bonus?
Oh yeah, that's been a big debate that has been going on lately too. That had some people.
She comes with the season pass. Otherwise, you have to buy her separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I think when they originally announced it, I think they accidentally said that she was a pre-order bonus character, and folks went kind of nuts. Wouldn't be the first time Namco did that. They did that with what's her name in Tekken 7.
Eliza.
Eliza. So it's like, which is why I think it wasn't an accident at all. They were like, no. We meant that she'll be a DLC character, and you get her when you get the season pass. Yeah. So, and that's another thing about the season pass too. It says 3 playable characters and 2 armor packs. So, is she included with those 3 playable characters plus season pass bonus playable character? Which is why I believe she was a pre-order bonus. So it looks like there's 3 other playable characters plus her. Plus Tira.
They're going to do those silhouette stuff again, aren't they?
One of them better be a very large white man from the American plains. That's all I'm saying.
Does he start with the letter R?
Name sounds like Frock. Yeah. So... But yeah, who would you think it would be? Some other characters they might do it. Keeping in mind that they're staying within Soul Calibur 1 and 2 range, because I mean they pretty much got everybody in there at this point.
They're going to add Yoshimitsu in it.
You know what? Have they already announced them? hadn't they?
Did they?
I believe so. Yeah.
How does he look?
They definitely look pretty much like Yoshimitsu, from what I remember. Here, let's look it up real quick. Yeah, I believe he was already announced. Yep. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, you're right.
3 months ago. So yeah.
Yeah,
he's
way behind the times, ain't I?
I mean, pretty much pretty much characters everybody wanted from 2 are pretty much back in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless you're going to do Link, which obviously is not going to happen unless they're going to make a Switch version, which they're not as of now.
How did that work? Was like Link, and then there was Heihachi.
It was Link on the GameCube version, Heihachi on the PlayStation 2 version, and Spawn on the Xbox version.
Yeah.
So
They're probably not going to do something like that for this one.
I wonder if they'll do I kind of hope one of them's not Edge Master. Not that that's a waste of a DLC slot, but that would kind of be a waste of a DLC slot. Kind of one of those type of characters. But again, who else would be in it? Because pretty much everybody else is in it. I mean, it leaves me hope for Lee Long and Rock to be 2 of them. Again, I want Lee Long back. Lee, 2 nunchucks, Long. I want him back. Why has he never been in any other game?
Or they just
Not
end
this
up doing
maxi bull crap.
They're probably gonna end up doing new characters.
Chinese pirate who gives a crap. Lee Long was so much better than Max. Anyway, I mean, there could be other new characters. Lizard Man is one that they could bring in. Cassandra, but I hope not. Then we just be going back to Soul Calibur 5 territory where they took out all the cool and interesting characters. To me, Soul Calibur 5 was a great game. I love the systems in it and everything. But they took out all the interesting characters to me and put 5 different versions of Sophitia in it. And then made her apparently dead body the boss or something. It was just weird.
Well, that's how the story ends. Now we got a reboot. That's how
the story ended, yeah. So yeah. I guess that'll be I guess we'll probably find out soon after October starts because, like I say, Tira is obviously going to be the first DLC character. But then, what are the other 3 characters you'll get with the with the season pass and everything? So, so that's the next big one coming out, and then so yeah, that was all the big trailers. Well, there's one more trailer that we're going to go over, but the Nintendo Direct. Came out this past Thursday. It was supposed to have been the Tuesday before, but the earthquake in Japan, they pushed it back and everything. So the biggest things to me that I think folks need to be aware of, that for some reason, if we're your only source of like news for your video game stuff, you're going to the wrong places. But I think folks need to remember, I know out there somewhere there is a person that, is living under a rock but has the internet that has no idea when they turn on their Switch to play ARMS online, that Nintendo's gonna say you have to pay for that now. So
all right,
I know it for a fact there is that person out there who just doesn't keep up with this stuff that has their Switch and enjoy playing ARMS. It's just a game I threw out there, but games like ARMS, Mario Kart. What's some other online versus games? The big one, Mario Tennis. Dragon Ball when it comes out.
I think Dragon Ball when it comes out, that's when it hits, isn't it?
When does Dragon Ball come out?
I don't know, but I remember people talking about like they feel like Dragon Ball was like one of the cute things.
That was going to be
that's when the online thing changes.
See, I don't think Dragon Ball comes out till later on this month. This happens next Tuesday on the 18th. So, but yeah, I just know there's going to be those folks that for somehow, some way just did not get the news, and they're going to turn the Switch on Tuesday, download the update, and be like, what the hell? I can't play any of my games online now. And yeah, It's just kind of important for folks to realize that that's going to happen and everything. But the I guess
they made it complicated to see.
it's like fighting game wise. Well, like Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2. If anybody's playing that one online.
Oh yeah, Ryan the Trask, gotta get some online passes.
Pull out your $5 a month. Now, pricing for this I think is pretty reasonable. $5 for a month. What is it? $8 for 3 months, or $20 for a year. It's not bad. If you're used to being on a console and having to pay for that stuff.
It's better, free.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and I think Nintendo kind of bit themselves. Now, they did come out and say, hey, we're going to have a paid internet service for, not too long after the system comes out. Until then, enjoy it for free. They expected to have it ready last year. They didn't. So I think the extended period of time where folks have been playing stuff for free is going to be what's really going to hurt folks. Because, they've been playing Splatoon 2, which I believe is like the number one online game right now on the Switch. Those folks are going to be upset. Like I said, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Kart 8 Deluxe.
September 27th is when it comes out. Dragon Ball Fighter.
Okay, so yeah, it's like almost 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but everybody will hopefully have it by then. But that's definitely going to be one of the games to maybe entice some folks to play it if they really want to play online.
Oh yeah, Sam brought up another thing too. Well, there was like 2 lines maybe.
What's that?
The top one, but the bottom one was something I was gonna thought about too. That some people were troubling with for unlocking stuff for Smash, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They think the bottom thing might be a problem. Because some people use save tricks
so the cloud saves. Yeah. Now Nintendo, they came out and said that not every game is going to be able to take advantage of the cloud save, which is one of the things that you get with the paid service, which I don't understand why everybody's so upset. You mean you only get cloud saves if you pay for it? Well, yeah, you do that on PlayStation 4 too. You don't get cloud saves without paying for it, but for some reason nobody has an issue with that. But either way.
I didn't know you could do that in the PS4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the things when you have PlayStation Plus, you can save your games to the cloud.
What's the point of that?
System to back up your saves. If something happens to your system, you just reinstall it on a new system and pull your saves back down.
Whatever happened in the days of having memory cards?
Sony kind of destroyed that.
Thanks.
Personally, I believe that because they started coming out with those stupid proprietary cards that they had that were like $60.
Oh yeah, they got to jack up the price of.
Yeah, it was just stupid. And plus folks started playing games on cell phones and stuff where your account stuff was saved off your phone somewhere, so you can pick it back up on your tablet and play it. It's something that's good and useful. And if anybody has a 200-hour save of Zelda like I do that you can't transfer from system to system, you might want to back that up somewhere. So if your Switch breaks, all your work in that game is just gone. But they said that certain games, particularly online-enabled games, and probably mostly online competitive games, they won't allow cloud saves.
Mm-hmm.
So they said it's an option that they're leaving up to each developer. It's like a switch that the developer can turn on and off. Mm-hmm. Nintendo themselves not doing it with Splatoon 2, and I think ARMS. They aren't allowing you to back up your saves. But folks are wondering, I can back up my Zelda save, right? I can back up my my Odyssey save, right? Because those are big sprawling games where you can get a lot of stuff, and saves that you don't want to lose. Zelda doesn't really have an online component, but Odyssey does. But they're worried about cheating, they say. But whatever, it's we'll keep the multiplayer stuff separate. Then I don't care. I want to be able to back up saves. I guess I'm saving my outrage for when they come out with a list that more affects me because I don't play Splatoon at all. So, but I understand that a lot of folks do. A lot of folks do, and they might be upset by that. I don't understand why they don't make it to where you can back up your single-player stuff and not your multiplayer stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was hearing more problems for, like, things related to tournaments. Like, some people may have an issue with that. I'm not sure how that would make
What would be the issue?
I'm not really sure what it would be, but some people were complaining about it from the Smash side.
Well, I remember thinking when they said what games that they weren't doing it for, I was thinking, well, crap, are they going to do it for Smash? Because it's going to be online.
Yeah.
I don't know. That may be why they made it the point to tell everybody, yeah, opening up stuff in this new Smash won't be as much of a chore.
See, but didn't older Smash games you unlock stuff?
Yes.
So maybe that's
which was the bane. Which, trust me, I've seen it firsthand, is the bane of most Smash 4 guys' existence when they get a new system, because you can't move saves. You can't just put it on like a card and take that save somewhere else. It's attached to that system. So guess what? You get a new Wii U, you're unlocking everything for the next 20 hours of your life.
Maybe that's what they're concerned about, because they heard about the cloud thing, and there's maybe you can do something to transfer stuff with it. But I'm not sure how that really work out.
Yeah, but you still can't. Your save is still attached to your
account.
It's attached to your account, which is attached to that system.
Right. So I'm not sure what they're
what
they're complaining
about. I think it's it's Nintendo, still being kind of in the 80s when it comes to all this. This is all new to them. So I think they don't really know how to explain it right yet.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'll wait to see how it actually works in practice, and then see how it all spans out. But I am a little concerned about Smash saves and stuff. I've never lost a Nintendo save, but I know the fear has been there. If my Wii U breaks, there goes all my game saves. There go all my downloaded games and stuff like that. Now you can call Nintendo, and sometimes they'll help you. Transfer stuff over once you get a new system, but you have to call them to be able to do it. Whereas, every other system since the Xbox 360, and like you said, back when we had cards, all your stuff lived on that card anyway. You take that to any system, and your stuff is there. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see how that plays out, I guess. But I mean, kind of the other cool thing about the online stuff, it sucks that you have to pay for online play. I get that. But the Nintendo games that you'll be able to play is 10. It's 10 at launch, and then they're going to add more. There's going to be more added in October, then more added in November. Some of the games are going to be online enabled and everything. I remember looking at the trailer, and Super Dodgeball was on that list, and I was like, I had no idea that was going to be there. It's going to be awesome. You have no idea what Super Dodgeball on the NES is. I'm sure.
I looked it up.
Really?
I never played it.
Oh, dude, we used to play that game all the time. Oh, we used to play that so much. That's there. Greatest. There's a lot more third-party games.
I know why I searched it up, because I remember, I must have been a kid, and I was like, man, is there a dodgeball game for? Because I thought that would be the coolest thing ever.
Super
and I searched
Dodgeball,
it up,
man.
and I saw that on Nintendo, but I never played it. I just saw pictures.
Super Dodgeball, man, that game. We used to play the crap out of that game.
Now, will you be able to play these games online?
Which ones?
These Nintendo games.
Some of them. I know.
Now that I think is cool.
Some of them are online enabled, yeah. Some of them you can play cooperatively, and some of them you can play competitively, they've said. So.
Well, if it's online play, I think that's cool. Because before I was thinking,
I mean, always having access to, Zelda and the original Metroid is pretty cool, for folks who want to play the original Metroid. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's like, I always tell folks, if you really want to play the original Metroid, play Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance. Go get an emulator if you have to, but don't, it's hard going back and playing the original game. Because that game was
you got to
rough.
know the layouts. And
yeah, you have to know all that stuff. Of course, the internet exists now, so it's doable.
Yeah, I watched a speech through of it just a couple of months ago.
But, unless you're doing the Justin Bailey code just to get through the end of the game, good luck, my friend. I think about those old days. How the heck did we beat games back then? It was crazy. Craziness. Where the hell?
Some people had Game Genie and Game Sark.
Oh.
Okay. Now we can't do that stuff no more. They don't do Game Genie Game Sark for some reason.
Yeah, that stuff
we have
anymore.
Cheat Engine for PC, so at least we can do that. But they're trying to do any anti-cheating things, even if it's offline. Apparently.
Okay, so they're talking about the online play stuff and everything. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so you see those? Okay, well, excited about that. Double Dragon's going to be one. The original Donkey Kong, Balloon Fight with online is going to be online enabled. Yay. Dr. Mario, I never liked Dr. Mario that much, but wait. Pro wrestling, baby. Woo! I forgot to tell my twin about this. He will be just as excited about this. We used to play the crap out of that game. Starman versus Kimchi. Oh, man. Yeah. Pro wrestling is on there. That game, online enabled, 40 and 50-year-old men everywhere will be playing that game. People my age will be playing that game online, doing the stupid flying splash with Starman from inside the ring to outside the ring. There was nothing like pro wrestling back then.
There's two things you got to do here now.
What's that?
You got to make your own tournaments now, online tournaments,
tournaments
and you need to have a tier list. You need to get tier list going.
Yep. The soccer game was actually, the old Nintendo sports games were good. Soccer, tennis, and golf, which I believe they're all gonna be there. It's gonna be awesome. River City Ransom, Ghosts and Goblins. This is the first I ever heard that was even gonna be on there. So that's cool. The ice hockey game.
I played this game. I remember that one, and I didn't like it.
Which one?
Ice hockey.
Oh, ice hockey. Well, I mean, it's like ice.
It just felt one of those games that was like ahead of its time kind of thing. I was like, can't get much going.
You got Super Mario Brothers 3 down there, Zelda. Yeah, but this is the first I'm ever hearing that Ghosts and Goblins was there. So, that's cool. One of the hardest games ever made. You get to play it again.
Yep.
I guess. Bowser, being nice to his kid. That's nice. I've never played Ice Climbers before. When Ice Climbers showed up in Smash Melee, I had no idea who they were. Yeah. It's like, so who are these Ice Climber things again? That was a game? Really? I've never heard of it. There's the term. I remember Solomon's Key. There's Super Dodgeball. Yes, sir. Metroid. Cloud saves and all that stuff. That's cool. They didn't. I think they actually do mention in see that's every Nintendo fan's fear right there. Because all the other systems have been allowing you to put stuff on the cloud for a while now. Like I say, back from the Xbox 360 days, but not Nintendo. No, your stuff was stuck on that system, and if a womp came down and crushed it, done. 200 hours in Breath of the Wild all over again. I love how they make the smartphone app look like a cool thing, because that's also the only way you can do online chat. Although third parties have come up with ways to do like online chat without the smartphone sense. So, that's cool and everything.
They tried to do this with PlayStation Network too. PS Messages thing. Yeah.
I mean, you kind of got to give Nintendo a break. This is their first foray into it, and a lot of this stuff they're like showing off, like, isn't this amazing? And it's like, yeah, back in 2008. Special offers, which let me point out what one of these special offers is. They don't really say what it is. It's like, you'll get special offers when you subscribe to this thing. So
I guess it's gonna be like PlayStation Plus, I guess, where they do like discounts and all that.
You see the two NES controllers.
Yep.
They announced the Joy-Con. They kind of attached to the side of the systems like Joy-Cons, so you can have like an NES controller when you play on it. If you there's some. So one of the things they didn't mention in this video is that you can only order those from Nintendo's website, and only if you're a 1-year subscriber to Switch Online. That's an important tidbit that folks, I think, need to know. That's one of the special offers that they're talking about. So if you are only a month or 3 month subscriber, you won't be able to get one. You have to be a year subscriber to it, and only one pair can be sold to any one account. So if you want to buy more than 2, you're crap out of luck. And those things are $60. They do have shoulder buttons if anybody's asking about that, though.
So one controller is $60.
Well, it's 2 of them. You get 2 of them.
2 of them for $60.
For $60.
Well, one controller is like $30, right? Like if you were to get a PS4 joystick, that'd be like about 30.
Well, PS4 stick, their MSRP at $59, I think. You can yeah. See, folks don't realize that's one of the things that folks point out a lot. When I worked at Toys R Us, when the PS2 and the Dreamcast were coming out, we still sold SNES games. The cheapest game we had, I think, was like $6.99, right? Mm-hmm. The controllers were still $40, the exact same price they were the day they came out. Controllers never drop in price. Now, you can routinely get a PS4 controller, online or even in some stores on sale for like $40 or even lower than that sometimes. But
yeah, man, I can understand
when folks jumped all over Nintendo, I was like, how are your controllers so expensive? I always pointed out, it's like PS4 controllers are $60. What? Why ain't nobody outraged about that? And I guarantee you, 3 years from now, they're still going to be MSRP at $60 because controllers never drop in price. They never do. Again, depending on where you go.
Weren't they lower at some point? The PS2 during the PS2 era, at least.
PS2 controllers were generally $40.
That was like $40.
Yeah, back then.
And so it must have been around the PS3 era, 360 era.
Well, don't forget the PS3 era was when shaking controllers. That's last gen stuff. Yeah, you don't want that. You want
your Bluetooths.
You want your controller to move and feel like light as cotton.
Hence, PlayStation Move.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all these fancy terms.
Yeah.
So that's when they started.
When in actuality, they didn't put it in there because Nintendo had won a lawsuit about making controllers rumble. Which may I remind everybody, Sony made so much fun of Nintendo 64 when they came out with the pack that made the controller shake. Mm-hmm. So nobody wants their controllers to shake, and they were also like, you got a little analog stick on that. Oh, that's so amazing. And then what did Sony go and do? Not only did they make a controller that shook, they put 2 analog sticks on theirs. So that's beside the point. The real reason they didn't put Rumble in the PS3 controller when it came out is because Nintendo had won a lawsuit against them that had been going back and forth in court. These companies sue each other all the time, where every controller that has shake in it, guess what? It's got to pay Nintendo some money because they came up with it first. So that was the real reason that they took it out and then just told you didn't want it because it was last gen. And then it turned out, we kind of did.
Oh, you remind me of like the demos from the PlayStation 1, like Ape Escape. There's like one of a few games where you got to use the analog stick.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I got the demo and I can't play. Yep. Oh, you need one of the... Yeah.
Yeah, when those games came out. So yeah. $4 a month, $8 for 3 months, $20. Then the family membership for 2 or more accounts. Now, one of the questions about that is, okay, so is that 2 or more accounts on the same system or multiple systems? That hasn't been clarified either. And that's kind of important because if I'm living in a house where I have my Switch and then my kids have a Switch, if I buy the family account, does that cover 2 separate Switches or 2 accounts on one Switch? Knowing Nintendo is 2 accounts on one Switch. That's what I'm afraid of. And, it won't affect me obviously, but that's something they probably need to clarify there. So, and then, one of the other things, I didn't really want to talk about the whole Switch thing, but the whole thing here. But, so that's when they start talking about the controller and everything. I don't know if the fine print is where they're talking about it here, or did I see it somewhere else? But that's kind of a big deal. Like I said, you're not just going to be able to walk into the store and buy one of those things. You have to be a 12-month subscriber to Switch Online and order it to be able to have the opportunity to give them $60 to get this controller. And you know what's bad? I'll be the first one to order one of these. those things. I'm sorry. I can't imagine playing Zelda. Let's see. Zelda membership, both separate Nintendo account. Why does it purchase paid membership? Yeah. What's it say? Get out the way. I think that says limit. Yeah, limit one purchase per member due to orders expected to ship in December. So it was somewhere else where it actually spells it out. It's like yeah, you have to have that. I think is at Nintendo's website where it spells it out that you actually have to be a subscriber in order to even be able. You have to be a 12-month subscriber in order to be able to get it. That's the special offers that they're talking about. So that's probably not going to go over well with some folks when they realize that. But again, it's Nintendo being Nintendo, and my freaking mouse disappeared again. Doggone it! There we go. So yeah, there was that. Obviously, everybody was waiting for the Smash announcement there. Oh yeah, this game still very much interests me. The mech game and everything. Was it Deus Ex Machina? No, not Deus Ex Machina. What is it? Machina X something or another. So anyway, we'll skip up to the end part here, and where they announced the Smash announcement. Now, I think this would have been better had they done, because after this they kind of also announced, oh yeah, and we're also making a new Animal Crossing, which Animal Crossing fans have been asking for a long time now, and that's cool. I think this would have worked out way better had this have been an Animal Crossing advertisement, and then she gets the note at the end. I think that would have been way better. It's like, everybody seeing this, and it's like, say, is she in Smash? Is she in Smash? Oh, no, that's just Animal Crossing. Oh, that's cool. And then, they talk about Animal Crossing. And then the guy comes to the door, gives her the note. She's like, they want me in Smash? And then, that would have been, I think that would have been way more hype. That's just me, though. So, but I've heard a lot of folks say they specifically wanted her in this game. I don't play a lot of Animal Crossing, like, at all. I played it a little bit when it came out on the GameCube. I think that was the original one. But, I don't really know much more than Animal Crossing than that, really. But I've
anything about Animal. I don't even know who this character is.
I'd heard her name specifically brought up for Smash. But hadn't gotten me the most excited in the world or anything like that. But it's cool, Yay! And apparently she's not an Echo, a villager, like everybody thought she was. If you go to the Smash blog, she's given a character number 68, I believe. So, which means she's her own character. There's a villager chasing her there. So, yeah. So she's not an Echo. She's her own character. I still think they messed it up. It should have been the Animal Crossing reveal first, and then she gets the note at the end. That would have been way better. Because now, for the Animal Crossing fans, the announcement of a new Animal Crossing kind of got stepped on with the Smash stuff. To me, anyway. So yeah, that's Tom Nook. He's kind of the, I won't say villain, the antagonist kind of sort of the series. Yeah, for being a filthy capitalist pig, I guess. I don't know. All he wants you to do is pay rent and stuff. I don't see what the big deal is. But either way,
daily life stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, new Smash. Also in there, I'll just mention that Square Enix is freaking bringing all the Final Fantasy, all the good Final Fantasy games to Switch. So when they made the announcement that, when they were talking about bringing a Final Fantasy, I remember I actually said to myself, oh, please don't make it Crystal Chronicles. And that's exactly what they announced. It was like Final Fantasy or Crystal Chronicles. It's like, oh, that's the one I didn't want. And I was thinking to myself, man, wouldn't it be cool? I mean, Cloud's already been in Smash. Wouldn't it just be cool to go ahead and bring Final Fantasy VII? And lo and behold, right after I said that, sure enough, they announced Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy 9, 10, and 10-2, and also 12 coming out next year. So all the Final Fantasies coming to Switch. Apparently, they're also coming to Xbox One as well, except for Crystal Chronicles. Obviously, that was a GameCube game, so it's just going to be on there. But one of the other one of the things that I was totally surprised by, and we're going to look at the PlayStation 4 trailer for this, is this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cody doing the Infinite. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Wait, that was Captain Commando. What the hell? So they showed this. This is the PS4 trailer for it, though. But yeah. So obviously the arcade version of looks like all these games except for one, because I think it only existed on the SNES. So they already had me at Final Fight. That's cool. But then all these other games, Captain Commando, original Final Fight. It's like, cool, good stuff. King of Dragons. I never played King of Dragons. A lot of folks say it's actually one of the best games.
Really?
From that era. I've played Captain Commando before. Babu sitting over there in his little mech suit. Knights of the Round. Okay. That was an SNES game. I'm guessing it was an arcade game too. But either way, I distinctly remember not liking that game before, so I'm interested to try that one again. I'd never heard of this game, like not at all.
Harder.
Dude,
this sounds so familiar.
Dude, Cyberbots. I was so excited. I thought for a second that was Cyberbots. I was like, that's Cyber. No, that's the other game with the Cyberbot characters in it. I was so excited.
It looks
I thought it was
Cyberbots.
Like it's basically 2D side-scrolling brawler Cyberbots. And I was also disappointed that the Dungeons and Dragons games aren't in this collection. Those are some of their best ones. I can also understand why Alien versus Predator isn't in it too, because it's aliens and predators, so it's probably a rights issue there. But yeah. Next week. $20. So that was coming out on PS4, Xbox, Steam, but PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Steam. So you can get it on everything. $20, not a bad deal for what you're getting there. So.
By the way, have you seen the thing with Streets of Rage 4 too?
I saw something about that.
Yeah.
Have they showed anything else from what they showed from E3?
No, it was just that Streets of Rage 4 trailer.
Okay, it's the same trailer. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some gameplay of it eventually at some point.
I mean, I think there's like partial gameplay, but it's not like actual gameplay. It's just from a trailer. And not even sure if it's gonna be the original music designer from the original music composer.
I have no idea. I didn't really look much into it. I'm waiting on some actual gameplay to come out.
Yeah.
Then I'll get a little more excited about it, I guess. But yeah, that Capcom beat 'em up bundle.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. When was the last time Captain Commando got some spotlight?
I mean, he's never been released on anything over here in America, right?
I don't think so.
I don't even know if he had a console game in Japan. Now that I think about it, it may have just been an arcade game.
Probably. He used to be like the highlight, didn't he? Because Cap Commando, Capcom.
Yeah, yeah, Capcom.
But he didn't really get a huge push.
You know, a game I'm also upset that's not actually on there.
What's that?
Where the heck is Street Fighter 20? Was it 2099 or something like that?
I think that game was best left forgotten. No, but I think the game was fun to me.
You know what? We played it all the way through.
Yeah, me too. I remember beating it.
Yep.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Because it was challenging at times, but it was definitely doable to retry to try to get through it.
Well, that game wasn't actually Street Fighter, right?
The game was something else.
Yeah, it was something else. It was actually kind of a cool sci-fi, thriller kind of story in Japan, and then over here they didn't think anybody would care about the story. So
it's this was Street Fighter.
Let's call it Street Fighter and say this is Ken. And it's like, okay.
They did the same thing for Hokuto no Ken too for the Sega Genesis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when that beat 'em up game for Hokuto no Ken was renamed to something completely different with a completely different story.
Oh, I
with
did hear
completely
about
different
this.
Characters.
Yeah.
That sucked. Of course, I didn't play it at the time, but
But
I think
knowing
just,
what it is now.
knowing
Yeah.
now that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So it was pretty much stuff from the Nintendo Direct that I think would be the most interesting to this conversation. So yeah, you want to talk about the Street Fighter V stuff. So first, Sagat and G.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked. Did we?
We already
were
talked
they out?
about them.
Yeah, they were
was
out
there too.
Yeah, they were out by then. Yeah, so there's all that, but then there's some of this mining stuff came out from Xkira.
Yeah.
Where he talked about new V systems and new supers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, new critical arts, new
Yeah.
V system stuff.
Yeah. So
Costumes and stage stuff. Costume and stage stuff probably be easy to find and probably can be verified well.
Yeah.
It's just the other stuff that's like, I don't know where's the actual like evidence of source that you can like pinpointly show that it's true for this case.
I mean, I guess we'll find out eventually, right?
Yeah.
So
it's like the one thing is like, you can put out the stuff, but where it's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to like verify those claims. Some of it's just like perceptional claims too.
mm-hmm.
Like, because of X happened, it must be Y. Might probably, but Capcom might always change it. Now, like the Evil Ryu thing was something weird too, and I can verify you do this kind of too. The voice, if you were to look like the older beta sound file content,
Mm-hmm.
like there was like weird voices for Ryu that sound like it would have been like a type of Evil Ryu, but it might not be an Evil Ryu. It might have just been an early prototype style of like critical art he was gonna have.
Maybe.
But he had like different like sounding moves for his tool set. So weren't sure if it's like maybe Evil Ryu related or stuff like that. And I think maybe that's the thing that they may get iffy with him. They'll probably make claims and just like go with it. When instead of like saying, there's a possibility of this or stuff, but we're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just say, oh, there's V-break, it's this button. That it could change. He doesn't put it that way, but I mean, still taking things with a grain of salt. But if I could find a way to like somehow verify it, I would like to. I could. The issue is getting actual PS4 content. I don't have access to that.
Oh. I mean, I've got 5 other PS4s, but
I got a PS4 too.
Kind of use them, so.
but there's like a netcode thing, like I don't know if it was like Apache or some other weird like command line proxy setup you have to do. That I don't know. I don't think it's possible to do in a family home. So, or basically, like you gotta have like a modem to probably make it work. If you have like a router with ongoing connections for multiple things, that's probably not going to work out as smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
But
so what you're saying is you need an underground lab to do all your evil research. Is what I'm hearing.
It would be just to verify this case. I mean, I think it's a problem when you have some people like try to like say, "Oh no, Xgear is a liar," because he has made some good points, but at the same time, some things were completely wrong too. But I think a lot of it's just he makes like head front claims. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like say it's possible, but it could be this way too. But he doesn't word it that way, and so that's where it has these loopholes where you can have like once the actual thing comes out, it doesn't seem that way at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I always take all the stuff with a grain of salt anyway. So
yes.
But he talks about a V-break, a V-custom, and a V-cancel.
Now, I will say this. If V-break... Wait, let me see if that's right. V-break.
V-break similar to V-reversal. It breaks the combo similar to what we know as a breaker and killer instinct.
Yes. So if this is a thing, this is going to be probably like the funniest thing that's going to ever exist because a lot of things people complain about Killer Instinct was the whole game of... What was that thing what Ilverling did? It's like playing basketball and you have to do rock, paper, scissors to see if it counts. And people were joking like, "Oh, Killer Instinct's back," because like they like things where you can hit, you make it count. Whereas this is like now they're actually doing. This is something to consider. So it's like I don't even see how this can actually be a thing. If it is, I might have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm already in a little iffy spot with the game, but I'll still play it because it's Street Fighter, right? It's like part of Legacy. It's not kind of hard, unlike Tekken, because like Tekken's like still Tekken, barely much change. Street Fighter's like it's you gotta make changes over time.
Yeah.
But it's like, and this is a pretty big change. That's like saying if you're pretend if you're Abigail, right? And all of a sudden you got in, and then you got like, oh, I got my stuff going. Now they just use V break, and now you're like back away again. Like,
yeah.
I'm at the point that I'm not even sure this is really a thing. That's why I want to verify this stuff just to see if it is considered or not. But it's hard. Nobody does it too. Nobody's want to verify it.
So, well, I don't know. So the Custom, a mixture of Street Fighter EX2's Excel, Street Fighter Alpha Rose's Soul Illusion, Street Fighter 4 Jury's Feng Shui Engine, and Street Fighter 3 Yang and Yoon's Seiya Inbu and Genasian, respectively. And it gives access to a new type of Street Fighter 4 Ultra Combo / Street Fighter EX2 Meteor Combo.
That's a weird way to word that sentence. Might as well say it's similar to.
So
yeah.
So it puts you in like a super state, is what he's saying here.
I think
where like the Feng Shui Engine Street Fighter 4, I guess he's saying, or like the Genasian where you get the shadows behind you and you're doing custom combos.
Yeah, they're all relatively similar. It's just.
So what does he mean by new type of Street Fighter 4 Ultra Combo? See, that's what confused me because at first I'm seeing custom combos, but no, wait. Then he says that.
Maybe it's their
/ Meteor Combo.
I think it's just their type of revenge system for the V trigger.
Yeah. So is it another? Like, is he saying it could be like a like for some characters it's a Genasian, and for some characters it's just a super move?
I'm not seeing that because this is V customs. Just in general, anything V system related is universal. So I don't see why they would do that. Like make it really.
Well, I mean the V V skills and stuff themselves are vary between characters. So I can kind of see would you really want Abigail be able to Abigail punch? I mean I would, but
I think that's what's going to happen.
Or duck like punch and you get hit with it three boom 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 boom. Oh my God! Yeah. You know what? I like that now.
Yeah.
But no. To me, it kind of, when he says Street Fighter 4 Ultra Combo / Meteor Combo, to me, I'm thinking for characters like Abigail, he gets an extra, super hard move, but not the shadows behind them. Whereas Jury would get her just straight up, just as an example, would get, straight up Feng Shui Engine, but with extra hits behind it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I pull from it anyway.
Yeah, it's weirdly.
It is weirdly worded though, because I thought I knew what it was till I got down there and it says Street Fighter 4 Ultra Combo / Street Fighter EX2 Meteor Combo. I was like, well, wait a minute.
Could be a translation error too, because it's translated from Portuguese. So it could be that issue too.
Could be. So
I'm seeing it as like it's just a move that puts you in like those custom combo states.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. But again, do you really want Abigail with custom combos?
So like Darun and Geek had that like in the EX series, and
Duck Fierce Run Punch, Duck Fierce Run Punch, Duck Fierce Run Punch.
I don't think it'd be that like troubling, depending on how they balance it. But
and that juggles. Oh, that would be so funny. I would actually practice that. Just all your life is gone.
I feel like ball players are going to make a way to have final tap work out with that.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think you're right.
Low jab, low strong, then do a low attack, then combo into a somehow final tap.
Yeah. So, and then the V cancel. This new feature is totally different from well-known FADC.
I wish they
That
did.
one I can kinda
I
see.
wish they did this for Street Fighter 4. Honestly, you know where they had red focus attack. I kind of
Yeah.
wish they did it similar to this because I get an idea what they mean by V cancel.
Uh-huh.
But I wish they did that for red focus because it sounds better to make things like. Because that back then the problem was like characters like Dalsum and like I guess Honda, maybe few people, they couldn't make focus attacks work well at all.
No. Which was one of the reasons I never even bothered to learn it.
But
which is one of my weaknesses in that game.
yeah, but it would make things so much better if like something like this, if what I'm thinking is like how it works, it just cancels you to like a Roman cancel, like in Guilty Gear.
Uh-huh.
It would make characters like Dalsum and Honda work out well because, like, for example, Dalsum, he could probably do something like stand fierce, V cancel, teleport, cross up, jump combo, and it combos. All he just had to do is just add more hits and make that intentional. Honda, they could do something like stand roundhouse, V cancel to fierce headbutt, or something like that, or ultra. I don't know, but it would work. It would be good for characters that beforehand couldn't make it work.
Yeah. I mean, Honda's that in 5, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, just examples and stuff. Yeah, so the input for V-break, forward 3-punch or back 3 kicks.
Yeah, these inputs are going to be a big problem because...
I mean, I'm presuming that's, assuming a character uses one or the other for their V reversal already.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, once you get to V custom, that's when things get weird because you got medium punch and medium kick. That's one input for V custom. That's a V skill.
Oh yeah, the V. Yeah, well, yeah, I think that may be it though. You pick V skill, V break, V custom, or V cancel. V skill works like it does now, and then or you pick one of these other ones, and your V's. And that again, this is what I'm imagining. You pick which V system that you're going to do, and your V meter now works toward that. You don't get V skills when you get V break or V custom or V cancel anymore.
So
especially going off of the like you said, the V custom medium punch, medium kick.
So it's like the Grandmaster Challenge Street Fighter 2, but it's like instead of being all of Street Fighter 2 versions, now it's just Street Fighter 2 EX 4 and Killer Instinct just somehow made an appearance with V break. So I'm not sure what's going to be the better one to choose. I guess it's all character dependent.
And see, also with the V custom, so medium punch and light kick, medium kick, or fierce kick, and each of the 3 grant different effects.
See, but then there's V cancel. How would that work out with V trigger?
Again, you don't have it anymore.
So you don't have V
instead of V trigger. If you just want to cancel and get a good combo in there or something, you just get to cancel now.
So you can only select V trigger and V cancel, and V skill is only V break and V custom.
No, I'm saying there'll basically be 4, assuming that any of this is true. There'll be 4 V systems that you pick now. V skill, which is in there now, V break, V custom, or V cancel. You can only pick one. V skill works the way everything works right now.
So they nerfed the mechanics, so now you can't have V skill or V trigger anymore.
Maybe. I don't know.
But it'd be kind of stupid to not have a V skill. I mean, it'd be stupid to have a
Depends
V skill
on the
over a V
character.
trigger. Whose V skill is really dominant to have over their V trigger?
I mean, I can think of a few Ryu players who might want to decide to have this stuff instead of their V skills and V.
Well, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about things like why would they want to keep their V skill? Nobody would want to do that.
Why wouldn't they want to keep the V skill?
Yeah, most people wouldn't want their V skill kept.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you pick one of these other V systems, and you no longer get V skill and V trigger. You get V break, V custom, and V cancel. Or
so you're saying it's like
I'm saying there's 4.
I'll read it right here. V system 1 and 2. So we gotta assume V system 1 is V break, V custom, V cancel. V system.
Or 1 would be what it is now.
V system 1 is now, and V system 2 would be V break, V custom, V cancel. Okay, I get it.
And 2 you pick between these 3.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's they're all there
or hybrid, or yeah.
So V trigger would be
Or you
V trigger is V cancel now. V custom replaces V skill, I think, and
Yeah.
V break replaces
V
reversal, the alpha
reversal.
counter
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So,
I can kind of see that work out, probably, but but at the same time, I really feel like the whole combo counter burst. I think that's really not that good of a concept
yeah.
for Street Fighter, at least.
Let's see, new critical arts will be part of the next season. New features will also be part of the current V system. The second V reversal will be one of the new features. The second V reversal will be to evade or attack. And I remember this, and all characters will have these two features. Those who already have a dodge will gain an attack, and I'm sure vice versa too. So,
pretty sure dodges probably maybe get. Well, it depends on what they do.
Yeah, it depends on what they do. So, I mean, you already got like characters like Cammy and Fang that can use their V reversals to get out of corners and stuff.
Well, that's gonna be the automatic one I want. I want to get out of the corner.
Yeah, do you give that to everybody now?
Yeah, that's gonna be the cheapest thing to give.
Yeah.
Give me the Recede and Fang's V reversal. That's probably the best thing we want.
Yeah, and I can't see why there's not a lot of situations, especially if you're stuck in a corner, where you wouldn't just do that one.
No, yeah, pretty sure most people, unless they're gonna try to, they're gonna probably end up making it like Cammy's thing or make it worse. Or they're gonna make it evade where it's just like a backdash.
Make it like Cammy where not only is it a side switch but it's also an attack, or Fang where he just slides over.
It's just gonna be, I guess it's just gonna be how they design a character, because they're gonna probably do something like with Ken, for example. His evade's gonna be just a backdash. It's like, why would I want to backdash back in the corner more?
Or his old roll.
Yeah.
His old Street Fighter Alpha 2 roll.
He could have that.
Yeah.
Giving some hope for me.
Come on, man.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
I know you hate Ken and 5, but,
Oh, I like Ken and 5.
Yeah, come on.
He's like Third Strike Ken.
I'm just thinking
I didn't
of
like 4 Ken.
What the hell would Abigail's evade be? I'm guessing just like his roll, but not with the sweep. Instead of doing the sweep, he just kind of does a shoulder roll past you.
What does he do in Final Fight?
Run and hit you with his chest.
Does he do more? Maybe they may use something for now.
Grabs you and throws you up in the air. I mean, that was literally his attacks in Final Fight. Punches, run, grab you, throw you up in the air, run and hit you with his chest. It's literally it. Unless I'm forgetting something. He might have a kick or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, all of this stuff in my head, how would that affect Abigail? So,
all it's going to do is anyone, I guess, like and get out of the corner V reversals, it's going to be like the go-to unless they're going to make it like really unsafe. Like they're going to, like, once you use it, you're like 20 frames extra recovery than like what would Fong and Recede have.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, yeah, maybe that's concerned because you can throw them back in the corner in time.
Yeah.
Or they're going to do something stupid like the evasive method is a backdash. It's like, yes, that's great. So you could choose the attack one to make it safe, or you could choose the backdash one to put yourself more in a corner that we're trying to get out of in the first place. But I don't know. I'm curious how that would go.
Yeah. So yeah, another great novelty will be part of the next season. Now we'll be able to use V reversal during V trigger, but it will be necessary to sacrifice a timer to V trigger. I thought about this just the other day.
Nicoli's V trigger, how's that going to work out?
Yeah, well, I thought of that too. Well, he still wouldn't get one.
Oh.
I mean, think about it. Nicoli players are already used to it anyway.
Makes sense.
They're already used to not having a V, giving up the V reversal to stay in that mode.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. I thought of that exact thing. It's like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if I can just give up half of my bar to still get a V reversal? Oh, but what about Nicoli? Oh, well, they're used to not having that anyway. So
screw them.
Meter goes to 0 when you activate V reversal, and the V trigger ends immediately. I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with that. There's been times where I would do that actually. So, however, Nicoli does not receive this novelty. The reason is simple: he has an infinite time V trigger. It reminds me of something. I heard somebody complaining the other day about Abigail's V trigger lasts too long.
V trigger 1.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah, it does last a good while.
I guess, but I feel like there's other characters that their states that they stay in last a pretty good while too.
Well, you're not wrong. You're right.
Yeah,
That's true.
But
it's still above average. It depends on what their context is. Now they could be salty and then just say it because
I think that's what it is.
I mean that's likely what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, because I was looking at I had an example. It wasn't Cammy, was it?
Well, like Urian's or like V trigger 1 and Ibuki's V trigger 1.
It might have been Ibuki, where the bar goes down pretty low, but it gets used once you do your skill. See?
No, I know the perfect one. Because Colleen V trigger 2.
That might have been it. Yeah.
That okay. As a Sagat, I felt like that V trigger 2 is hard to deal with.
So yeah, if you don't do like special moves or whatever, it just slowly ticks down.
Yeah.
And Abigail's the same way. If he doesn't do a charged fierce move, then it slowly ticks down. But he only gets 3 charge moves.
Right.
So
it's the fear of like it's there. So it's like
yeah.
It really depends on who that character is and the player's personality of how if salt levels, I guess, and and the matchup. Because I guess for my example, my problem with Sagat and Colleen, the issue is I already said before, it's like him being slow and it's like Colleen has a V trigger that's running down really slow. And it's just not some characters can use it more. There may be some characters that have better uses overall. Well, no, he's kind of above there, but it's it's a neutral tool he has. So compared to the Ken's V trigger 1, for example, that drains slow. It doesn't have any you can do as little moves as you want, but the core requirements to make that as scary and dumb as it should be is Ken has to corner someone. If Ken corners someone and has V trigger, it's that's a tough spot to be in. That's where you can complain about Ken being stupid. Until you get yourself out of the corner, then it's you can celebrate because you don't have to worry about the Ken troubles in the corner.
Right.
But Colleen and some characters that V trigger is specialized as a neutral utility for multiple reasons. You can get into B+ on block, which her V trigger 2 is also special because it makes her low jab reach further and combo after a low forward. But that low forward is also +1 on block after that's with that momentum from the slide. And it's the fear of having that as our tool set. It's because it's you're playing now a character that has that option, and because that you can't wear the timer down, it's running down so slowly. So you got to consider it as you're really playing a character that's that has access of someone that has Yun's EX Lunge Punch, but it hits slow. So now it's you can't really walk back.
Right.
So you have to warriously hold down back and chicken block kind of style, down back.
It's kind of like fighting G sometimes too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that gets me a lot too sometimes. G's another character that's kind of fits along the lines of Colleen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm just stop picking on Abigail, doggone it.
Yeah, they're
I mean, that's just all I was. It's that's just unfair. And another thing too, why would anybody ever pick Colleen's V trigger 1?
There's no reason.
There's no reason. I mean, because she still gets the freeze in V trigger 2.
Because I was complaining about this too, and friend of mine, more someone I was playing alongside, first attempt with Sagat versus Colleen.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out what's the meta behind dealing with the V trigger 2, because and the word I got rid of was that it's just nerfed her V trigger 2. But to me, it feels like it does the same thing as it was before, which I'm cool with. I just want to know what's the answers to it. And I get the answers is you can neutral jump, you can jump through that. That's the things coming to my mind. But the problem is he can just dash and then low fear anti-air. So you can super. So you can parry if you want to read heavy that.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Now let's consider all those nice tools you can have in neutral. Then you consider a V-Trigger 1. It's like it outclasses that by far a lot. So V-Trigger 1's only really good how I predicted. I guess it's like you can set up for like 95% stun and then use V-Trigger 1. And then now it's like one mix-up away to do like a lot of damage from stun. Yeah. Because it's like one like less like hit scaling. Yeah. But the problem with it is like you gotta really be precise with how you landed your hits in the first place. Mm-hmm. Because if you did like any like weird light attacks, you just kind of like screwed things up. How you may land the stun combo conversion from the V-Trigger 1.
How did she still get the freeze in V-Trigger 2? Because I was stunned when I got frozen the other day. She played V-Trigger 2. I was like, she can still freeze out of this? Wait, why the hell would anybody pick V-Trigger 1 if she has all that stuff and she can still freeze?
She could?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So it's like, why would anybody ever pick V-Trigger 1? No. She gets all that stuff and freeze still.
I'm feeling like a Tekken player now. Just complaining at stuff. I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
I mean,
no pun intended.
But, yeah. I mean, I was too, but I just didn't know. And I'm like, why the hell would she ever pick V-Trigger 1 then?
Yeah, because season 2 Colleen wasn't really like that much of an issue from what I remember. Because back then when I played that was when V-Trigger 2 wasn't a thing. It was only, you only had one V-Trigger.
Yeah.
And I played what was it, Wind Alpha? He was a really good Colleen in Texas. And I was like, with the Ken matchup. Now, I didn't get to play Ken matchup with Colleen with this season. I don't know how that goes. But when I played with just season 1 Colleen, season 2 Colleen with the V-Trigger 1, like, there was like some fear factor if you knew how to set it up to make it where you're 95% stun and then be in the corner and get, killed off of that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't have to worry about the neutral situation where it's like, it feels kind of like I'm playing Colleen still. It's just now I got to worry about like one hit and I'm dead. I'm kind of like stunned and could be dead depending on how they set it up. But V-Trigger 2 is like, there's a lot of things now you got to consider. So he pretty much has like Yun's EX Lunge Punch that's a low, that's plus on block, can combo convert, can super if you want with big damage. Still get the V-Trigger 2 right after it still because it's a 2-bar V-Trigger 2 of all things. Mm-hmm. That's what surprised me the most. I'm seeing all these things and to me it feels like more like a 3-bar V-Trigger.
Yeah. And also concede one thing to folks that hate Abigail. I actually agree. His V-Trigger 1 should be 3 bars and his V-Trigger 2 should be 2.
Yeah, that makes sense because
I do actually kind of agree with that.
What's Urian's V-Trigger 2?
The shoulder charge.
Yeah, but how many bars that is? I think that's 3, ain't it?
I don't know. I think it's 3.
Yeah, I'm kind of not cool with that.
If Sam's still watching, he'll say it in about 6 seconds. but I think it's
probably 11.
I think it's 3.
I think it's 3 also. But I don't know. I think the whole unblockable gimmick thing should be universally 2, like Sagat's 2. That his is also 2.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh no, it's 2.
It is 2. Okay.
Okay, that's good. If it was 3, I think that'd be a problem.
That is the one thing I will concede. Although I see why they did it the way that they did. I think in Abigail's case, they imagine that he'll try to do charge moves more often. So, he does 3 charge punches and he misses. Well, crap, he's done for the rest of the round. No, I'll give him a chance to, build it up and try it again. But I think in practice, most Abigails, like, I know for me, I don't do a charge move unless I know it's going to hit. Mm-hmm. And I do but otherwise I will enjoy the buff, the strength buff.
Yeah, the strength buff and unblockable.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. In theory, they made it 2 bars so that he would get access to the charges. If he misses it once, give him a chance to try it again. But I think in practice, more folks like me, I don't do the charge unless unless I'm pretty sure I can get it to hit. So, but yeah, but it wouldn't be the end of the world to me if they switched those around though, because because a lot of folks don't even use V Trigger 2 anymore now that you can't really.
Yeah, it's a gimmick.
You know, yeah.
You control them off
it
of
does add some pretty good. It's good as a combo ender, and it's good as a
to catch people off guard sometimes if they're not aware of it.
Yeah, and like using it on somebody's wake up is like good luck trying to block this thing. So, but otherwise, I think most folks like me. I tried it once when it first came out, and I was like, nah, I'm good with the strength buff, and being able to take away that much of your life in one combo. So
V Trigger one's mostly better for the most part.
Yeah. So, let's see. V-Skill 2 may also be part of the new season, but it will be selectable before a match on the same screen as selection of the V system version, whatever that means. Latest build contains new critical arts of G and Sagat. Now, it doesn't surprise me that they'll have it would have more than one critical art. I mean, I feel like it's been kind of neat in it. So,
is this on PC?
I don't.
The PC version only contains.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's only accessible on PS4. The PC version only contains the animation. In case of PS4, all the files are already present.
So, if I want to, I can view the animations on PC.
There you go. You got
well, there's one thing to do.
You got some homework now, but that's not surprising to me at all.
I mean, I could kind of see new critical arts, to be honest.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously they're already in there for G and Sagat, so.
And plus, critical arts is like a third strike, old CPS 3, Street Fighter 3 thing that you're supposed to have selectable critical arts.
Yeah, right.
This is weird to have critical arts and then just have one. I feel like it was intentional to have more.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the gist of it. My question is if any of this is true. When would they do it? Because I mean, we still got 4 months, 3.5 months left in this year. They released G and Sagat kind of early. I kind of imagine they would announce one and then hold back one, and then we'd only have maybe a month and a half, 2 months before they would do any announcements for season 4. Mm-hmm. But getting the two of them out of the way in August, live September, October, November with
no news.
Yeah.
I mean,
something's got to be coming.
Well, technically they could tease this, but they're not doing a good job at it. But they have things they could say. But the Sagat and G thing, I think, was good.
I kind of feel like we're probably going to get a new story. I kind of hope we get a new story mode.
Could get that too.
That's what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And maybe some of the other stuff that they talked about before. I mean, obviously we're getting the new stages and stuff. Ken's original stage, with the boat, with hopefully Q on there.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you play J. It'd be funny if you play G on it and it goes away.
And it
kind of confirms if Q is him.
I like I said, in my head, G is either Gil himself or Gil did something to this guy. He gave his ice powers to Colleen, and he gave his fire powers to this crazy guy. And then at some point in the new story, like I said, in my head, in the story mode, he takes those powers back and turns into G, and that's the new bad guy or whatever. I still want to be able to play as all the dang dolls. They're all in there. Let me play as them. Put it in its own mode if you want to.
I think the leaks mentioned about it, but not the ones we're looking at. But I think it mentioned there was going to be a mode for that.
I mean, it's been mentioned like for a while now, but still hadn't happened. I mean, any of that kind of stuff would be cool. Just go ahead and throw that stuff at us to give us something, fun to keep us occupied until they announce whatever season 4 is going to have it in store. Because I read something a while ago that said that Capcom has planned all the way up to season 5, and that they planned up to season 5, but season 4 may be the last season of it because they're supposed to start development of Street Fighter 6 starting by the end of next year.
How do we know that?
That's just what I heard, and it makes sense. normal game development cycle. And this isn't coming out in 2019, starting development in 2019, which says why they've planned it out to season 5.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about this too.
Yeah, so that would take us season 4. Whatever they're doing for season 4 through next year, start working on 6. Mm-hmm. Season 5 through 2020. Season 5 ends. Announce Street Fighter 6. That's coming out a few months after that. So,
probably in line for the new console too, in case it ever coming out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, it makes sense. And then I also saw the thing, I don't know if you saw the thing on Event Hubs where they talked about the dude from, the dude who made the, Monster Hunter and all that stuff has been put in charge of the Department of Capcom, in charge of fighting games and stuff.
Yeah, that's a weird one because I thought the news was old about Ono going, changing positions. But
well, I remember, that got brought up. But I think the fact that this guy
the guy being
his
in
place,
may have been new. Probably,
that's kind of new to everybody, and not only him being there, but when he took over, it's kind of like because like I said before, Capcom starting from RE7 has definitely done that. I mean, hell, even Street Fighter V is actually a real complete game now, and some folks might say. Some folks kind of point to the fact that when he took over is when all the single-player content in it came in. As if he stepped in there and said, okay, look, we're going to put an arcade mode in this, all right? That's what everybody's asking for. Just freaking do it. How hard is this? Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's got all the bad pass and everything. But anybody just happened into Street Fighter V right now, it's an all right game. It's got some cool online stuff. I can sit here and play the different arcade modes and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. And, that might have had, and to find out, again, the timing from when he came in to when stuff started turning around for Street Fighter V, it kind of makes sense. So, thanks for the host, Steve. It kind of makes sense that was the kind of turnaround there. And assuming that he was kind of the driving force behind the better results for Street Fighter V, not necessarily sales, but what they've done after that. Because think about when the season 3 rollout came. Mm-hmm. Hell, everybody's gonna find out anyway. Show them all the characters up front. Hey, let's make a trailer that's the opening of the game that shows them all the characters up front. Why are we being all coy about this? All of that stuff that happened. The end of last year. Just do it.
It's weird because Ono's generally been quiet.
Yeah.
Lately, usually he would do a lot of tease stuff, which I think it's okay. But it's as of late,
but stuff always gets spoiled. It always gets leaked. Always. I remember hearing when the lore thing, he was furious.
Oh yeah,
that ended up getting
that was
leaked.
the last time I ever heard from him. Honestly, was after lore thing, I never heard much from him.
Yeah, he was irate when he found out when the whole picture of the statue that was there in Brazil and all that, and it's like it's like, why do I even try? And this new dude's like, yeah, why do you even try? Screw it, show them all up front, give them all the characters that they want. We're trying to sell this game, right? So I don't know. It does give me hope for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And everything coming up in Street Fighter V now. Because, this guy's basically been known to only give folks what they want. Maybe we'll get even more stuff that we want. Like the stuff I brought up before. Hey, let's put a new story mode in there. The dolls are... Everybody thinks I want E-Honda in this game. I wouldn't be upset if he was in there. But I tell you what, if he played anything like his Mega Mode in Ultra Street Fighter 4, I wouldn't like it at all. That's what I'm worried about. I hated Mega Mode Honda. A lot of folks liked it. I was like, no, this is horrible. No, I'd rather have just Street Fighter 2 Honda.
Could he throw sand people?
Huh?
Could he throw sand at people? No Omega?
In the new one? Oh, yeah.
That's the best. That's the best Honda. That's the best version of Honda ever.
I never found any use for that crap.
Come on, you can
like
stuff inputs with that.
Plus, I don't think he would fit well into this game system.
Yeah,
unless he was really changed. But I want to play. When I play Honda, I want to play Honda.
But they made Blanca work, so.
Yeah. But they gave him a command grab. That seems to be like the answer. Is like I can't figure out what else to do to this guy.
Slap that command grab.
Geez, missing something. What can we give him?
Give him a broken V trigger.
Command grab.
Or command grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blanca is good, but he feels too much like Street Fighter 2. What can we give him to make him a little bit different? Command grab.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, I just brought that up because I just kind of, like I was saying, kind of gives me a little hope that the remaining year or two of Street Fighter 5 will see some more ups.
We'll see if it lives up to Curse 2, the odd title Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, well, I mean it kind of already has. I mean, make no mistake. Even if they go on to sell 2 more million copies of the game, this game's going to go down as a huge flop.
Yeah,
it's a start. In the annals of time, this one and 3 are going to be this is when stuff looked bad.
Yeah.
Even though everybody looks back at 3 like, that game was no. Anybody who thinks that about 3 wasn't alive when 3 was in arcades. Or was around and just young and just don't know it. They only knew it from when folks started playing it on consoles and stuff.
Probably focus on just the the competitive side too much.
Yeah.
Not so much on everything else.
Yeah, and Street Fighter 5 is exactly the same. If you watch if you only watch the competitive side, you would think this game's a blockbuster. But then you look at the sales, it's like it's the second worst selling one. Guess what? Behind Street Fighter 3.
Yeah. Because they did some things right. Like they got some of the nostalgia characters back.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah.
Better than the new generation where it was like, what, you only had Ryu and Ken?
Eventually. Yeah, don't forget the very first build of that game.
The beta version didn't
even have them in it. And that's what I hated about it when I first saw it. It's like, this isn't Street Fighter. This is like seriously. I remember the first time I saw it. I kind of took a step back and made sure Capcom made this because it just didn't feel like a Street Fighter game to me. So
Final Street. That's what it's called.
Some weird emo long haired hippie looking dude, giant hippie dude is the main character. All of a sudden, who the hell is Alex? Where's Blanca? Where's Ryu? Where's
his voice was the best.
Oh, Jesus.
New generation voice versus Third Strike voice.
Oh, it was so bad. Yeah, it was, yeah. Second Impact, though, I think doesn't get enough credit for what it did. It took the crap that was, and Street Fighter 3, the original Street Fighter 3 was horrible. Beautiful, but horrible. Yeah. And Second Impact was a much improved game.
Bigger improvement, yeah.
Much improved game. And then, of course, everybody knows Third Strike.
Yep.
But yeah, again, no matter what, Street Fighter 5 can go on to sell another. They can do something and all of a sudden sell 5 million more copies of the game or something. And again, it will still go down, as a failure overall.
Yeah.
That's pretty much cemented in stone. I enjoy it, but I'm a big Street Fighter fan. So
probably one of the saving graces is the DLC, I guess.
Well, saving grace or example of how game companies only bilk their customers these days.
Yeah.
Because, I'm an accountant. I can do math. Figure up how much every season pass for the last 3 years, plus the $60 I paid up front for the game. It's a pretty expensive game. If you want at least all of the characters, not to mention the costumes and stuff like that.
How are people affording stages?
On my Fight Club account, I bought all the stages. Every stage that could be bought with fight money, I bought them with fight money. I haven't paid a dime for any stage except for the stages that you had to get, like the Ring of Honor and Ring of Power and stuff like that.
So if you bought Arcade Edition right now, how would you get stages? All of them?
Oh, you probably have to buy them. Yeah, or play a whole lot of online fights to save up the fight money for it. But I can't think of a stage, like I said, that wasn't attached to something else like the CPT stuff. Mm-hmm. Every stage that could be bought with fight money, I bought with fight money. And then on my personal account, I hadn't bought any of them. I don't care. But, for the Fight Club account, of course,
people might complain that you don't have
they will complain. Trust me.
I'm just surprised stages aren't lockable. I mean, Tekken's like that too, because I don't know why they have to make it where stages are like a consideration for buying, but business is business.
Yeah,
right?
that's the way they can get more money out of it. I mean, I wish stages wasn't something that you buy too. I wish the only DLC there was like costumes and stuff like that. I'm okay with buying costumes. I can pick and choose which ones I want. I wish they would do more bundle packs in Street Fighter V, I would buy more costumes. I hate the way that they do it now. They are doing more bundles, but not everything. I'm waiting for October to roll around so I can finally get the second Halloween pack instead of buying each one of them separately. Because I do want the Birdie outfit, but I don't want to pay for it separately. I'd rather get them all in one pack. So that's what I've been waiting for. So I got the summer outfits, the original season 1 characters, alternate outfits and stuff like that. I bought all the bundles whenever they come out. So whenever they come out with some more bundles, I'll pick those up too. So, so yeah, that's all of that there. Got anything else you want to bring up or add? We pretty much talked about everything right now.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
I thought there was something I had in mind, but I just forgot about it.
I know there was something I had too that I didn't write down, and every time it's like I should have wrote that down, but we'll talk about it another time. So yeah, that's pretty much that there. Let's see.
I mean, there was the whole King of Fighters Gal game released, and what else was
what's
there?
that?
There was 2 fighting games that came out. The Gal Fighters game.
Oh yeah,
and there was the Brave Front. I forgot. I don't know the name of the other game. It's the one with the
the one with all the
crossover game games.
Yeah. Shovel Knight.
Shovel
Shovel
Knight's
Knight
in there. Yeah.
Solange and all that stuff. Yeah.
Blade Arcus, was that what it was?
No. Blade Strangers.
Blade Strangers.
Yeah.
What is Blade Arcus? I'm about to read it out right now.
I don't know. I hadn't played either one of them, actually.
Oh, there is a game called Blade Arcus.
It sounds familiar, but that wasn't that game. Yeah.
It's a PSP game.
Oh, well.
And it's a fighting game, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that Tifa?
Is it? Wait, when did this came out? November 5th, 2014.
Huh. They were still making PSP games in 14? Huh. It's crazy.
Well, in Japan, anything happens. They'd probably be releasing some PS2 games still by now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they do that in 2009? They had old consoles still being released. Old
Oh,
games.
yeah. They still bringing out Dreamcast and SNES carts over there every now and then. So, Japan is a weird place. Yeah. So let's see. We got 2 questions here. Here we go.
And we mentioned about Samurai Showdown, but
Hmm?
we already mentioned about Samurai Showdown.
What about it?
And
Oh.
you
You weren't here to go back about 2.5 hours. It's there. Trust me, it's there. I might have blew out some speakers when I was like, "Oh, I won't do it again." But,
I just hope that
but yes,
people
there's huge Samurai Showdown hype here, huge, and I'm trying to teach this young one about it. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I came from the 5 special times, which wasn't good. Number 2 is where it's at, but I got around 5 special.
no, 5 is great, and 5 special is good. Yeah.
There's people in the forums that would say 2 is two was the OG stuff, and
I
I
mean,
can see
2
why because two is
I love 2. I mean, that will always be the one to me. Every Street Fighter game that comes out, I'll still always, will remember really getting dug into 2 Street Fighter wise, and that's how Samurai Showdown is to me. All the Samurai Showdown games are great, but 2 is the one that I really fell in love with. Cham. I showed you. He's light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dash up, light, super. But
I
yeah.
just want Bus Hamaru. I think I just want Bus Hamaru, whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah. That dude you were using earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samurai Showdown was the reason we were late again, even though he was here 2 hours earlier, and I was actually working on this 4 hours in advance for the express idea that we were going to get started on time.
We ended up doing it.
We started talking about Samurai Spirits, and he'd never seen Samurai Showdown 6. We start playing Samurai Showdown 6, and the rest is history. All right, let's get over these. Let's get these questions done here real quick. All right, from Nolan is a Nintendo shill. I wonder who that is. SERI happening. Okay. It's more of a incomplete statement, but okay. Oh no! I see. Okay, no. Nintendo Shield. That was the name. The question's down here. Gotcha. Will you give me a ride to Red September? No. Let's see. SCRI happening says, "Who's your pick to win Street Fighter 5 SCR?" Mine is Bushin style. Who's all there?
I don't know who's there.
I watched Justin Wong win. What was that last week?
The usual flowcharts, yeah. Like if there aren't many good, like internationals, usually it's like ties between Knuckle Dew and Justin Wong.
Yeah.
Pick one.
The top 8 from that tournament last week. What tournament was that? It was a Capcom Cup. Premier. I can't remember what tournament it was.
I think I know what you're talking about.
DreamHack. Yeah. DreamHack.
Yeah.
Montreal, if I'm not mistaken. Say it in my French accent. Montreal. Yeah. That was really good. That whole top 8 was really good. But I don't know. I don't know who's all there. Assuming everybody's there. It's hard to say. I don't know if Bushin Style's going to win. I mean, is he even in like top 60 in points? Has he even done anything? Not talking bad about him. I'm just wondering.
That's one of my problems with Capcom Pro Tour. It's like I feel like you need to have a lot of money prior to actually make good efforts for the Capcom Pro Tour. I mean, it makes sense. That's how it works.
Like in order to get around all the tournaments and stuff like that.
Saying,
well, yeah.
If you
it is the Pro Tour. So. Yeah.
It's one of the like little problems with it. Why I like kind of like Evo more because it's like Evo's like that's just like the one thing you can go to. Everybody can get in.
Yeah, it's the big open that everybody can go to, and but yeah, I have no idea who's going to win SCR.
I don't know who's in it. Except for Boost and Style. That's the only thing I know.
Sure. You know what?
One man tournament.
Betting all on Boost and Style. Yeah. Let's see if Problem X is there. I'll be rooting for him.
Oh yeah.
Because he's been, like I said before Evo, I was watching him and I was saying, it's like, man, this dude is coming on strong like right before Evo, and it wasn't a surprise to me when he ended up winning because I'd watch him win the tournament over in Europe right before Evo, and it wasn't like he was only playing European players. There was a lot of good players there, and he won.
Fujimura's in there.
Fujimura.
So Buki likely could win.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been. I won't say he has been winning recently, which he hadn't. But he started the year off really good, so he's basically guaranteed at this point.
Yeah.
But he's always a good pick.
Tokido's in there.
Oh, okay. Tokido.
Does Kazunoko still play Street Fighter 5?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like I know he played Cammy when his time with it was still in, but it feels like he's more focused on Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I saw his name in a Street Fighter tournament.
I don't remember seeing him much.
Which also kind of surprised me when I saw that Goichi, as of right now, is not in the qualifiers for the Capcom Cup yet. For the finals, but I thought about it. He's pretty much
he's
Dragon Ball.
That's a ground saying he's focused on.
But I was shocked. I was like, Goichi's like way down in 60 something. That's weird.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. Yeah, he has been concentrating on Dragon Ball. He's been getting all that money until everybody's kind of, Dragon Ball started. He was like way up here, and then everybody's kind of, it was him and Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
And then
now
here comes what's his name, Hook Gang God, and now everybody's kind of like here now. So. Yeah. I think that's the more interesting question. So who's going to win Dragon Ball at SCR?
Yeah,
because SCR is the arc stop, right? Yeah, definitely is. So it's like Dragon Ball, Blaze Blue, and is it Dragon Ball, Blaze Blue, and
Guilty Gear?
Guilty Gear. Those are the 3 games, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, and apparently they announced that championship is going to be next year, like the end of next year.
That was November.
So yeah, about the end of next year. Yeah.
You mean this year?
No, next year.
Oh, what? They didn't do anything this year?
I mean, they just announced it at Evo, and they just started it, so it kind of makes sense. They say everybody's got till summer. I think they said everybody's got till like June of next year to qualify. I guess so. Probably it's going to take it up to what, Evo, and then the qualifiers go on from there for each game, I guess. Which also is one thing too. The Capcom. I was wondering about this because Sony hasn't announced and doesn't look like they're going to be doing a PSX this year, a PS Expo, where Capcom Cup's been hosted the last at least couple years. So I was wondering, it's like, hey, when's Capcom Cup going down? And Capcom finally announced that, I think earlier this morning, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be in Las Vegas, December 14, 15, 16, something like that. So I was wondering about that because they had always been at the PlayStation Experience, but folks are starting to wonder if there's going to be if there's going to be a PlayStation Experience this year, and folks are starting to think there won't be, and that I was wondering if that was if it's like, well, if they're not doing a PlayStation Experience, where are they going to do Capcom Cup? I think Capcom finally having to come up with a place to do it kind of says that maybe there won't be a PlayStation Experience this year, which kind of makes sense because I mean. They still got some stuff to show, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's I think. Well,
Spider-Man's out now.
Yeah.
So really, all they got is zombie stuff.
Did you play that yet?
What, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I don't have the game,
Not
but
yet.
I was just wondering if you had if they had the.
I've watched the crap out of it on Twitch, so much so that I've spoiled so many parts of the story. It's like, dang it, why did I just watch that? But
is the pizza
the
minigame
game does
in
look good. Huh?
Is the pizza minigame in it?
Not that I saw.
Oh man.
Not that I saw.
I wish they were imported.
Pizza delivery was actually pretty fun. But I mean, what do they got? Last of Us 2 and that other game, Last of Us 1 wannabe with the guy with the motorcycle and the zombies and Days Gone or whatever.
Something like that.
That may be why they're not doing it this year.
Well, there's also that Hideo Kojima game. Hideo Kojima.
Oh yeah.
Not Hideo.
Whatever the crap that is. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything
Dude,
about that game since like.
That dude is on something strong.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is. It's going to be a guy just walking around with this kid in this tube and this thing on his shoulder. And these ghosts are going to be around, but they don't actually seem to do anything. There actually seems to be no laws to how any of this stuff works, but we'll just let the fans do all that stuff. They love to fill in the blanks to all of my crazy crap. That's what I feel like that game is. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll play it, whatever it is.
The genre would be to say whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what we.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So.
And it's whatever
Yeah.
it is. Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have absolutely
The title's
no
gone.
interest.
Title's gone for my interest. That's for
I
sure.
have absolutely no interest. Like I told you before, I'm not a big zombie guy anyway. So it's like it seemed like all they got left. So that may be why there's no PlayStation experience anyway.
So when you see like games like Dead Rising, it's like whatever. Don't care.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't even
Could
worried
not
about,
care less.
Yeah.
Like I said, for some reason, Resident Evil is kind of the only game like that I've ever done, but it was kind of the first one.
Yeah.
And that was before the big zombie craze kind of hit, so that might be it.
Yeah, that's probably
So anyway.
Vampires, I think, had that issue too a long while ago, right?
Oh well, yeah, and the mid to late knots of the 2000s. Yeah.
What I forgot because back then I think it was like things like Vampire Savior was a thing.
Oh well, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure there was like other vampire games I remember that were okay or things. And then
Castlevania.
Yes, of course.
Well, I mean, Castlevania was like back in the 80s, so.
But then a movie came out and that came around. It's like I think then.
Oh well, the newer Castlevania games, yeah, that was obviously jumping on there was a vampire craze just in the zeitgeist there for a while. Sure, shows like True Blood and. With the story with the dude and the girl and the books and all that crap. Yeah, vampires was a thing for a while, but zombies Zombies are here to stay. Much to my dismay. All right. Doggone it. It's, wow, is it that late? Yeah, so.
I'm going to sleep here.
We're going to call it a month here. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. What do you say we do it again next month? Like usual?
Yeah.
Second Friday of the month?
Follow me.
So let's see what that date would possibly be. That would do it October 13th. So, no, October 12th. Dang it. I always look at Saturday for some reason. Yeah, so that would do us October 12th, which would mean we would do our next casuals on October 5th. So yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for hosting it.
Yeah, well, it's just nice to have somebody here instead of having to deal with audio issues and trying to make sure everybody's connected and this, that, and the other. So much better when somebody's here because it helps me stay awake too. But yeah, we'll see everybody next month. Again, program note, September 29th. Red September right here on this channel. All the best players from Mississippi and Louisiana, hopefully, and hopefully some folks from Alabama too.
Maybe
even
Pensacola,
Mobile, maybe. There's been folks from Pensacola show up before, so we'll see.
I mean, we have one time had people from Arkansas coming over. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was a long while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Now was that the
one?
one when they did it over there, like right next to Arkansas? So,
It was around.
that makes sense.
That was during the times when Red September and Center Sign was in Jackson area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so you'll be there to try to defend Mississippi's honor.
I'll try.
You let Louisiana take Street Fighter last time, man. What the heck, man? You weren't there.
I really got to grind more.
How could you not? How could you not be there to defend Mississippi's honor, man? Louisiana just took took Street Fighter and walked home with it. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, man. You gotta be there to defend.
I get what it was like, and I remember the words from the commentators that was extremely biased, and I got a little salty. About that one. Remember what they said?
No.
They won once again, which is not true.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not true at all.
Yeah,
Last time
right
I
here
won.
in the archive somewhere. You can go look that up. Yeah, they're sitting there drinking and all like, yeah, we took this. Again.
Yeah, Louisiana didn't.
Wait,
It was like
last
Mobile,
year,
Mississippi, partially.
But you'll be there this time and practiced up and ready to go, right?
I got to practice though.
Yep, MFC Ace Combat.
Yeah,
Right.
South Mississippi, South Alabama, maybe South Louisiana, partially because I had a history with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
When is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably sign up, see how far I can get. If I get top 8 in the group, if
You-
the same
you'll
guys that
probably-
showed
you'll
up
probably
last
make
year
top 8.
plus you show up and I get top 8 in that, I'd feel pretty good about that.
Pretty
so.
sure you can make top 8.
So, but we'll see. So, all right, going to bed, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks. See you all next month. Peace.
Latest.